We are live.
Excellent. And are we ready to set sail?
Aye, Captain.
Incredible.
Yes.
I yawned and I locked my jaw. Okay, never mind.
All right. Malfasani's off to a great start.
Going well.
Well, welcome back to Kirden, everyone. Just a little overview before we hop right back into where we left off. We'll recap. Thanks to an eavesdropping Zolta, the little listening AVR from Hachayatl, word of the King's Pride's failure to retrieve the contents of a colonnade treasure ship reached the ears of the former bosun of Shandy Bodega, who we're now locked in combat with. It's Gobadai Swami. All of you have been sent by King Main to finish the job, as the ship is supposedly beached on the shores of Tikal's Sima Mountains, but as mentioned, Gobadai has followed you there. And nearing your destination, Malfasani noticed what seemed to be a fire out on a distant shore that you were heading to, but the threat of the swollen goat really could no longer be ignored as you got so close to your intended destination. So the combination of a rather brilliant bomb designed by Bright Eyes, well done, and Dakar's magical powers with some shenanigans, some spell shenanigans, led to the early demise of a lot of Gobadai's crew, but the swollen goat did ultimately catch up to you all on the heirloom, and the ensuing battle is still underway. So without further ado, we'll go ahead and pick up right where we left off. I believe it was Gobadai Swami attempting once again to attack Malfasani is where we halted. And we'll jump back into that. Excellent. So Gobadai is in front of you, Malfasani. This is a large dragonborn. He is golden. He's got a golden bird on his shoulder as well, a Fortuna, another type of AVR. But he is facing you. He's got an eye on Ayla as she approaches, but he's got his cutlass aimed your way, and he's going to, against the DM's better judgment, attempt to hit you with it. He's going to take 2 swings at you with this cutlass. First one's going to be a natural 1. We'll pretend that didn't happen. The second is a 24.
That is a miss.
Incredible. There it is. And we will go to Malfasani next.
He moves so incredibly quickly, it's difficult to see him, but I'm going to move around this way and attack him 3 times. Actually 4 times. 1 regular attack, 1 cantrip, 1 hasted attack, and 1 bonus action attack.
Okay.
The first attack with the rapier is going to be 23.
A 23 will hit.
This will deal 10 piercing. The second attack, which is Booming Blade, is going to be 25.
That'll do it as well.
Which will deal 10 piercing and 5 thunder. The third attack is going to be a 10. Fourth attack is going to be natural 20.
Ooh.
God damn.
13 points of damage.
Okay. Is that the bird's turn?
He's going to yell out to the crew. I advise you to attack Gobadai. And they made the promise to me not to continue attacking if he's dead. But, who knows? That's what I was going to say.
Gobadai missing you and then immediately being harried by your blade. He takes a half step back with a scowl on his face, and he'll say, Fancy yourself a fighter, then, boy. And he's going to shoot you point blank with his rifle. This is going to be a legendary action. He's trying to. Does a 29 hit Malfasani?
I'm going to shield, and that will not hit.
What a guy. Okay. Then we head down below deck.
I'm just going. Methasani is just going to play. No, I fancy myself your end. That's it.
Okay, down below, Erikar, there is a dwarf and an elf down here that seems surprised by your sudden appearance on their lower deck, but the dwarf will turn first, drawing a scimitar. He's going to attempt to hit you. That's a 23 to hit.
That hits.
For 7 damage.
I'm
right.
still standing.
Yep, still standing.
And the elf is going to join, doing likewise with her scimitar as well. That one is a 14 to hit.
That's a miss.
Woo!
Okay. And we'll head back to the top of the turn order with Tidewalker Aladdin. Again, this is a tabaxi. He kind of has a translucent nature to him. He's been growing more and more corporeal as he's taken damage, but he's still flying just a little bit off the ground. And he's going to strike out at you with a slash of wind, Dakar.
Alrighty.
As a 16 to hit.
It does not.
Okay. That's all he has then. I'll go down.
Car just kind of leans his shoulder off to the side to avoid the blow.
Yeah, he's a little surrounded by these creatures. He's trying to keep an eye on the things to his side while still attacking you, and it is easy enough to move out of the way of this spell. But we'll go to Erikar down below deck.
Is there enough room around this cannon to try and shove the dwarf out into the water?
I'm going to say no. The cannon ports are probably 3 feet by 3 feet at most.
Wonderful. Then what Erikar's going to do is he's going to pull out his spare revolver and slam it on the ground, casting Cordon of Arrows. So they both need to make deck saves.
Okay, I'll start with the dwarf, who rolls an unnatural 20, and the elf rolls a 13.
The 13 fails. So the elf takes 1d6. So that's 6 damage for them, and none for the dwarf.
Okay.
And then, let me see here. Then Erikar is going to bonus action use his ethereal step feature. And he is going to try and run his way upstairs.
Okay.
So wherever he comes upstairs at. And then as soon as this
there's,
turns over, he pops back into existence.
There's 2 ladders. Both were... How do I ping? on those hatches, on those grates there. You can
Great.
climb up.
So 5. Yeah, and just come right on up. 10 and then let's see. 15, 20. Oh yeah, I want to be in this shit. 25.
Yeah, that's
Very
difficult
good.
terrain, by the way.
Bookshelf, but
Let's see, I can right here. I'll just fucking move over here.
Good deal. Erikar is back on upper deck. Is that your turn?
Yes.
Okay, then to Vincent.
Okay. Well, I think the most logical thing to do is take another shot at memory. We're going to try to hit him with a revolver.
A
Does
15 will not hit.
Okay. And then we will do a... We'll do another one. We'll do another revolver. This is a 20 hit.
A 20 does hit. She's going to use a reaction. She does have a curse up on you, so she's going to attempt... Okay, you still hit her. She does not successfully avoid. You feel something tugging at the back of your mind, but your hit still lands on her.
Vincent squeezes the trigger. Large boom rings out, and 16 piercing.
Ouch. Yeah, she looked surprised that this hit her. She thought that she would be able to avoid it, but you've hit her regardless.
Yep. And he is going to move back onto the ship.
You hear Bright Eyes call out, "Thank you," from behind you.
And then that will be Vincent's turn.
Okay.
He only gets to shoot once?
He shot twice. He missed the first one.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I must have missed that.
Okay, you see fury in her eyes. There's notably no blood from where she was just hit with a bullet, but she's going to meet you on the approach, brandishing her kind of a spectral black sword. And she's going to attempt to hit you. It's a 19 to hit.
That hits.
Okay, she's going to use a spell as well then.
Ooh.
As this sword comes towards you, it suddenly blurs as fast as the wind itself. So the sword is going to deal...
Uh-oh.
just 7 damage, but there is a kind of clatter in your mind as the sword hits you, and it's going to deal an additional 13 psychic damage on top of that.
Okay.
Can you also make a wisdom saving throw for me, Vincent?
I sure can.
Okay. Yeah, as this kind of racket crescendos in your mind, Vincent, you will now have disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks on your next turn.
Oh boy.
That is memory, and we will go to Bright Eye.
Okay. Well, first thing first. Bonus action, I'm going to cause the flaming sphere to smash into Tidewalker again.
Go for it.
Give me a dexterity saving throw.
It's a 14.
So the full 11 fire damage.
Ouch, he's not looking good. There's he's fully corporeal now, and some of his hair, his fur is burning.
Okay. For my action, Bright Eyes is gonna say to himself, okay, it'll work this time. You got this. You got this. 10, 15, 20. Aims a burbling green alchemical extruder barrel towards Memory, and I'm going to cast Caustic Brew. So Memory needs to make a dexterity save.
Okay. It's a 10.
As a failure. So they are covered in this like slightly off green foam that begins eating them alive. So they take 9 acid damage. And until they use an action to scrape or wash it off, they'll continue to take that damage. Also, that will cause the flaming sphere to whoosh out of existence.
Okay.
And I let out a cheer and then start backing away slowly.
This caustic potion hits her, and her skin, or what's left of it, starts to sizzle, and she throws a glare your way. But you back off.
It's okay, I'm leaving.
And we'll go to Ayla.
Ayla will look Gobadai in the eye, and she will cast Bestow Curse. So he will need to make, I believe, a Wisdom save. I have concentration for this. But that means I need to get closer to Gobadai. Choose one ability score.
You actually have, that's a list of options.
Oh, amazing. Wonderful. Okay, cool. Then, let's see, where was it? While cursed, the target has disadvantage on ability checks and saving throws. While cursed, the target must make a wisdom saving throw at the start of each turn. If it fails, then they waste their action and end up doing nothing for that turn. That's the one I want.
Okay, and he did roll a 12 on the save. I imagine that fails.
That does fail, yes.
Wow, that 100 was really for us.
And then with my bonus action, I'm going to cast Healing Word at the 3rd level on Erikar. That is not great, but it's okay.
It doubled the HP that he had.
Oh god.
Oh no.
And that is her turn.
Awesome. Yeah, Gobadai is still kind of focused on Malfasani as you approach him. You are able to put this curse on him, and he kind of seems like he takes in a breath that never comes as this curse is placed on him, and he realizes your presence behind him. But we'll go next to Dakar.
Oh yeah. Well, first things first. I'm gonna use my bonus action to have the tentacles swipe at this guy. 18 to hit
That will hit.
for 8 points of cold damage.
How do you do it, Dakar?
So the tentacle snaps up, wraps around this guy's throat, and drags him down to his knees on the deck in front of Dakar. And Dakar just standing over him. It seems the sea is with me today. And then he's just gonna draw his cutlass across his throat.
You slit his neck, and before blood can spill out, he just dissolves away into smoke, and he's gone.
Awesome. All right, so that was only my bonus action. So
Incredible.
gonna get on the plank here, and I'm going to target Melody with some Eldritch Blast. Ooh, 14.
A 14 misses, and it's probably because you targeted Melody instead of Memory, is my assumption.
My bad.
No, Melody.
And the second one misses as well.
Darn.
Well, that's action, movement, bonus action, so that's all Dakar is cooking.
Okay, yeah, Dakar, you kill Aladdin, and you start sprinting towards Memory, shooting these blasts that do not land across the other ship.
So anyways, I started blasting.
Try not to hit
blasting.
Vincent.
We'll go back to Gobadai, who's going to make his wisdom save attempt here for the curse. He rolls a 6.
Incredible for me. So sorry for you.
Gobadai brandishes his sword again, and his sword arm kind of locks up as this curse seizes him, and he scowls. And with his offhand, he runs his hand across some of his open wounds from Malfazani, and you see him shake that blood over the edge of the boat. But that is his turn. We'll go to Malfazani.
What is he doing? I swear if we have to fight a goddamn dragon turtle.
Megalodon on the way.
Megalodon.
He's chumming the water.
We are to you, Malfazani. That's all Gobadai can do with the curse.
Alrighty. I'm going to give a quick curt nod to Ayla and repeat. Let me see something. Let me check my little character sheet.
You telling me you have a spare turn and you're not going to use it monologuing?
He constantly monologues. Let's see. He doesn't monologue. Everything else he does is just pause between monologues. Let's see. No, I'm going to repeat the same thing as last time. 1 booming blade and 3 regular attacks. Right.
Okay.
Wow.
So that's a critical hit on the booming blade, so that's going to be 18 piercing and 13 thunder.
Incredible.
Second attack, I'm assuming a 10 misses.
It does.
27.
Will hit.
Alright.
Don't forget +2 from flanking.
9 piercing. Oh, yep. And then at 27.
It will also hit.
For 6.
Yeah, okay. You Gobadai's still kind of trying to focus on too many things at once here, but completely dazed. He makes very little effort to parry your blows, and they are accurate blows regardless. As you tear up his flesh further, he's looking very bad. Not very good from your perspective, I suppose.
Mm. That is my turn.
Okay. We'll go back below deck to these two, who are going to emerge as well through the same pathway that Erikar took. This one's seeing up here that Gobadai is in trouble, is going to make an attempt on Malfasani. That's a 19.
That misses.
Okay, and this one is going to emerge as well. And, does a 21 hit currently, Phil?
No.
Okay. And this one is going to go to Erikar. That's a 19 on Erikar.
That hits.
For 5 slashing damage.
Oh, this dwarf's gonna fucking get it.
Well, it is your turn. This little guy at your
bonus
shins.
Bonus action, Hunter's Mark on the dwarf. And then he doesn't care that it's close range. He's blasting.
Okay.
Okay, awesome. So that doesn't work.
Oh,
And that is Erikar's turn.
oh. Your AVR's looking the other way.
Yeah, your AVR looking the other way. You don't realize just how short this man is, and you shoot over his head twice. We'll go to Vincent.
Awesome. I have a question for you.
I hopefully have an answer.
So I have stillness of the mind, which I can use an action to end one effect on myself that is causing me to be charmed or frightened. Would this apply to here or not?
No, the curse is not charming or frightening.
Gotcha. Okay, so we will grit our teeth and bear it.
Vincent, don't forget that you also have that 1d4 from the Bless Potion.
Correct. Okay. So, it's personal now. We'll use Unarmed Strike. So that's 18. Does an 18 hit?
It does.
Does? Okay. 6 bludgeoning.
Okay.
Another unarmed strike. It's a 23 hit.
It does.
12 bludgeoning. And we're gonna spend a key point for a flurry of blows.
Oh, my first kickboxing lesson.
This is a 19 hit.
It does. She will react on this one and attempt to pull at that curse on you. And she rolled high enough. It does not hit now.
Damn it.
Would a D4 potentially cause that to change?
No, the curse specifically, I roll a D6 and on a 4 or higher it misses instead of hits.
Ooh, that's useful.
But she's looking pretty rough as well.
Okay. Well, give me 1 second. I still have my bonus action.
Okay.
Yeah.
Isn't Flurry of Blows your bonus action?
No, because it's spend a key point after I take my attack action. Oh yeah, I did take my bonus action. You're right. Yep. So that's my turn.
No. You should get one more attack because you use Flurry of Blows.
Flurry of Blows is 2
He
attacks.
didn't-
Oh yeah, it's 2. Okay, so that's 4 in total. So I need to make another one.
I'm telling you to punch
That-
it again.
that does not
Okay.
hit.
Okay. Well, forget I said anything.
D4 is not saving that.
Yeah, you hit her twice, and then you feel her kind of pulling in your mind again, and it throws you off. It is unsettling.
Vince is
But
very
memory-
frowny.
Ducking a little out of the way again, she looks over to Gobadai, sees him over there on deck, and frowns. But she'll look back to you and attempt to attack once again. Remind me, Bright Eyes, when and what does this acid do on her?
So at the beginning of their turn, they simply take 2d4 plus 4 acid damage until they
Okay.
use an action or someone else uses an action to clean them off.
Okay.
Would you
Go
like
ahead
me to
and
roll
that
damage
then.
for that?
Yes.
Eight acid damage.
Okay. Yeah. She feels this acid still burning at her, and then she looks over to Gobadai again, and she will pull down her scarf, and she is going to take an action to get the acid off of her rather than attacking.
No, I just got that to work.
It doesn't feel very good.
That's the point.
We'll go to you, Bright Eyes.
Oh, are you mad at me?
I'm mad.
Okay, I'll shoot them. Does a 19 hit?
A 19 hits. She's going to use her reaction now that her turn has come and gone, though, and try to make it not hit. That is a 6. A 19 does not hit.
Ah! Wow, that's a. Are you in my my brain?
You missed.
Okay. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. Alright, I'm over here
Okay.
now. That's my turn.
Getting out of dodge, as they say. Ayla.
I like this shit better.
Okay. Okay, I am going to use my scimitar twice. And try to hit the Gobadai. Oh, just kidding. Does a 20 hit?
A 20 does hit.
Remarkable. That does 6 damage.
Oof, okay. He is still standing now. His attention is on you.
26 for the second one.
That will hit.
For 8 damage.
How do you do it, Ayla?
Yes.
She, with anger on her face for this person trying to ruin everything that they've worked for and kill everyone that she cares about that is currently on this mission with her, she will yell out as she runs her sword through him.
You strike him straight through, the blade going in one side of his chest and out the other. And he stares you down, Ayla, and he'll, with his dying words, say, "Such wasted potential, all of you." And he goes limp.
Fucking loser.
With my bonus action, I'm going to cast Healing Word once more. It might be a losing battle, but it's one that she's not gonna let go of.
Oh
lame.
no.
Okay, I have 1 more HP than I did at the start of last round.
Wow. A slow climb.
I'm on the mend!
See, normally your hit points are treated more like gambling. Here, I think it's kind of like a paycheck.
Here comes the tax man.
And Erikar's living paycheck to
Hey,
paycheck.
we made
Does that
That's
bring
fine.
us to Dakar then?
All right. Is Memory still fighting?
yeah, rolling.
She wasn't last round. She wiped the acid off of her, and she seems a little dazed at the moment. She's not actively striking at anyone.
Very
Okay.
high.
Well, first things first. Bonus action. I'm going to resummon
Well,
the
get
tentacle.
ready to select a random
Can I
ghost with
see
your
this railing here? Can I see over that from
Yeah.
my position? Okay. So it's going to resummon right behind this guy and smack at him.
Okay.
have
Does a
0.
25 hit?
It does so hit.
Oh, why did that rolled crit? I'm sorry.
Just
I'll
the
just-
12 then?
Believe so. Yeah.
Okay. It is a good hit regardless.
All right.
Ugh.
So, and then with I'm gonna move up behind Melody, flanking her with
Alright, let's go, guys.
Vincent.
Who's Melody?
Or Memory. I'm sorry. I don't know why why I keep saying Melody.
She's just so musical.
Um.
Of course it is.
I imagine while looking back here and doing this, I saw the
you know
fall
what
of
this is?
Gobadai
It's like basically a silver
Yeah.
cap.
when I was summoning the tentacle.
If you look that way, then you would have, yeah.
Heavy
Okay.
metal's restricted.
I'm sorry. I'm here. I think I'm hearing your wife in the background.
No flashlights.
Anyway, getting behind Memory, Dakar's just having his cutlass ready. It seems your
Yeah, I'm
captain
sure it
is no
is.
longer alive. Tell me, do you still plan to fight?
Of course not. No. I'm done.
He might do
Then
nothing.
I suggest you drop your weapons.
She opens her hand and her blade is dismissed. It poofs away.
All right, then I'm gonna take my action to grab her hands, and using the rope I have in my pack, I'm going to restrain her.
We might.
While I'm doing this, I would also like to try to do something. Try to place a mark on her.
Okay.
We talked about this.
I can't say I recall, but I can try to find it.
But while you're
Okay,
looking for
yeah,
that, okay.
It's a music box.
Do I need to do anything for that, or is does it? Am I able to just do it
I am not gonna use.
while grabbing her wrists and tying them up?
Good question. You can just do it.
Okay, then I do it, and I'll have that be Dakar's turn.
Okay. All right. Back to Malfasani.
I'm going to look towards this pirate. How injured is she looking?
She's pretty well injured.
How is this one looking? The one below it? This one.
Even worse.
Even worse? Alright, then I'm going to look towards her and say, "Look, you and your captain is dead. Do you trust me? I can get you out of this.
Get me out of what?
This situation."
Situation. Gobadai will do worse still than you can.
Just trust me for 1 second.
Why would I trust you?
Why not? You don't have a choice.
What are you doing, Malphasani? She doesn't let her guard down.
Dimension door on herself and I.
Okay.
And I'm going to dimension door 500 feet directly upwards.
Okay.
And let her go, obviously.
Yeah. That's a fun use of that. I'm not even going to have you roll. There's not a roll that she could make to survive a 500-foot drop in her current state. And you killed my guy with Featherfall, so she is dead.
Cool? Question mark?
I thought Dimension Door was with a willing creature.
That's why I asked if you trusted me. It's only if she's willing. If she's not, then she's
okay, interesting. Yeah, no, she was still resistant.
Then no.
Okay,
I
well.
just sigh and say, it would have been better if you followed me. I was going to drowse rapiers.
Okay. Wow, Malphasani's a rude guy.
Coming to Fel for ideas about villains in the future.
Trust me.
Trust me.
It's only a 500-foot drop. You can trust me.
We're gods.
Are you attacking then, Malphasani?
Oh, no, that was my turn.
Oh, so you're letting her? She's resisting. You're not resorting to anything else.
No, yeah, that's it. That was my action.
Okay, interesting. Noted. Then to the deckhands. This one is not giving up the fight. He's going to continue attacking you, Erikar. He's gonna crit on you, Erikar.
Oh no!
He's not going down without a fight.
Oh.
That is 9 points of slashing damage.
Reaction from Guardian Coil
No.
to reduce that by 8 points of damage.
Okay, that is 1 point of slashing damage.
He crit for 1 point of damage.
Sentence style.
The tentacle comes up and coils around Erikar, taking most of the damage for him.
Oh, fuck! This is worse!
You just hear Dakar laughing from the other ship.
Go.
The other deckhand kind of just looking confused at you, Malphasani, for talking with her. She's not going to stow her sword, but she's going to take a step back from you. She's going to backstep from you here.
I'm going to attack of opportunity.
Okay.
Let me see. If I had Warcaster, it would be funny, but I don't. Is it an 18?
That will hit.
That is disgusting, Dakar.
Malphasani, this elf, she looks at you very skeptically and confused, and tries to back away from you, and you lash out at her and strike her right to the ground.
Oh, this would have been better. He's just going to spit on the side and continue moving on.
Erikar.
Okay, Erikar. He's gonna like reach out in front of him like where he like thought that the guy was, and feel nothing but air, and just like put his like his hand down so he fucking feels him, and then pull out his rapier and stab.
Okay.
Is it a 23 hit?
Yes, it does.
I don't know why it says bludgeoning, but 5 piercing plus, since he's marked, another 5, so 10.
Okay, yeah, he goes down as well.
So Eric's kind of like reaches out, like feels his head, and then just pulls out his rapier and just sticks it through his neck.
Just gently presses it into his neck.
And then after he's down, since that's only one attack, he's going to then shoot Dakar for fucking licking his cheek with a tentacle.
What? What?
Does a 15 hit?
No.
Whoa! Dakar betrayed us! Everyone shoot him!
Trust me, you don't want to be shooting me, Bright Eyes. As Dakar kind of like casually leans off to the side.
That was a joke! You're really cool!
He knew Ericar was going to shoot him for the trick with the tentacle.
Taunting again?
Vincent, are you... a daily occurrence. Vincent, are you attacking memory?
No. Vincent is not attacking memory. He is more or less kind of wiping the blood off of himself. Most of it is his, of course.
Okay. Then combat ends there.
Ericar is going to put a bullet in the dwarf's head and then another in the elf's head. He's just going to empty the rest of the bullets in his chamber, basically, on those two for shooting him with cannons.
That's unnecessary.
So the only survivor from
What did Bright Eyes say?
That's unnecessary.
It's very necessary.
So the only survivor is memory.
This is the case,
Got her
yes.
name right. Good job.
And she is hands tied and on her knees and looking very displeased.
Oh! Hey, Vincent!
Flush her down the sides here.
What?
Here, have this real quick. Gonna fire some, bit of mist into where he is and will help seal up some of the wounds for a max healing roll, actually.
Oh, wow.
We have the
He
music.
gives a simple thumbs up.
Woohoo!
Malfasani, as you land beside Memory, she'll look up to you. This dinghy is a little small for your ego, is it not?
I
This is why I really did not want that ghost to blow up your ship, since I would have taken it. But I suppose that is water under the bridge.
Well, the swollen goat is fine, it seems. Your friends are barbarians, though, brutes.
I know. Was handcuffing her really necessary?
yep.
With what she did to Vincent, I don't think leaving her with her
3,500
hands.
See, that was the
open
8 multiplier.
is
If
a
we
good
had
idea.
imagined that.
She surrendered. She's a reasonable individual, right? But,
And now she is our prisoner. That's
I
how
mean, we did
work.
say it is.
do you think she cares?
I don't think I care what she cares.
Yeah.
What do you wish to do with her? She can be useful.
That is up
That's
for the
still a
captain to
0,
decide.
rolling again. That's still a.
Well, I'm glad you could meet my, I wouldn't say better half, but better 1/7 if you you probably can't even do math. Anyways, right.
Hey, Captain! Hey,
One
Captain!
outside for...
Yes.
Hey, do we get to keep this ship? It's bigger.
It's a wreck.
No, I can fix it. The wheel is easy to fix.
Not in time.
Oh, okay.
Good luck sailing a ship that size without a tide color, anyways. Might be fun to see you try, though.
We're not going to try.
Okay. I got your
Besides, it
point.
smells like dead goat.
Vincent, you feel the kind of shadows that have been in your brain fade.
Vincent, should we at least check their hoard and see if there's anything we can scavenge?
It's worth a look. And Vincent will be off to see what they have, or whatever is left.
Ooh, I get to help.
Sure, go ahead and roll an investigation as you peek around this vessel.
With advantage.
Yes.
Plus, add the 1d4. Add the 1d4.
Oh, I'll add the 1d4, whatever.
12 is better than 9.
It's not that you don't find much, Vincent. It's that you kind of quickly realize there's not much to find. There's waterlogged rations. There's waterlogged black powder. A couple of the cannons are operable. There's really not much left of note on this ship. I will say you find 1 gold and 9 silver as you explore, but that's the only thing of note.
There's nothing of use for us.
What happened to the Fortuna?
The Fortuna has perched up on the lines, so it's still on the ship. It hasn't fled entirely, but it's kind of looking down at you as you peek around the swollen goat.
Vincent kind of looks up at it, and then looks back down.
Can I have it?
That's
I don't
not
think
how
that's
it
up
works.
to you.
But I need the eyes.
No.
Can the car see it from where he's at?
Sure, yeah, it is a glinting golden bird up at the top of the swollen goat.
He's gonna like reach into one of his pockets. He still has his water cutlass out in one hand, but with his free hand, he's gonna reach into one of his pockets, pull out like some hardtack into his and like kind of hold it up and just go.
Roll me an animal handling check with disadvantage. You did just collectively kill this bird's owner.
I didn't touch his owner.
Collectively, it was a group effort.
The commune of murder.
Yeah.
Damn.
Don't talk about the Kenku like that.
I meant in.
You know what? I still have a charge of lucky today.
Okay.
Is it still a disadvantage?
Is that
Do I
how
roll
lucky
again, or
works?
do I take this? Well, I gotta roll again anyway.
Roll one more straight. Check. No advantage or disadvantage on it.
Damn.
The
I was
bird is
hoping that-
watching you, but not approaching.
That's better than it running away. The car's gonna place that bit of hardtack on the
No, but I'm
railing
not-
of
but I wasn't
the
looking.
of their ship.
The swollen
Kinda-
goat.
Everyone swoops down and takes it.
God damn it!
Malfasani, will you cut me out of these things?
Will you be nice?
Will I be nice? I don't see I have much of a choice.
call me the greatest dueler that has ever existed and ever will exist?
Yeah, you should sooner throw me overboard.
I think you are missing a point. You are asking the wrong person. If you wish to be free,
I don't
Would
see
you
any
like to? When Jakar said you're asking the wrong person, Maleficent will turn to him and say, "Will you call me the greatest duelist that has ever existed?"
no. And then he's gonna look back down at memory. You should be asking the captain, for it is her ship, her command, not his.
Well then, Captain. What of it?
I know you don't like me very much, but I'm not going to just leave you here. Come on, let's go.
Still in here. Still in here.
So we're untying her.
Have we?
She's on our ship, as it is.
I mean, you saw the mind thing that she did. I don't imagine having her hands tied behind her back is going to have much of a difference there. So, grant her her freedom.
Right. Maleficent will just go and cut her loose.
Well, at least you have one intelligent member on your crew. How fortunate that it's your captain.
Murphy, I hope you have mending, because you just cut perfectly good rope I could have untied.
I would like you to indicate which of us cares.
Then whispers
That's a fair point.
at me.
You're the person who ties rope on this ship. You can produce some more, I'm sure. It's not your job. It's not what you do.
My job is many things, and I don't think that you would understand any of them.
How can one understand something that doesn't exist? What do you even do?
Much more than you, for I do not sit in the crow's nest all day and simply preen myself.
You sit at the harbor and hit on females whenever we get to ports. Is there a difference?
How
Did
would
he
you
shut
know
the door
this?
and not do it?
We have
sit
only
in
sailed
the
together
night
for,
watch.
what, a few days?
Is that not indicative of what you choose to spend your time on then? Call it hearsay.
Well, when you have a talent, you use it.
I advise you cultivate the skills of shutting up. I'm sure
Got
with
it.
enough dedication and perseverance you can make a very silent individual.
Perhaps
You're one
his
to talk.
advice.
Yes, I am one to talk. I think I'm good at talking. Don't you agree?
You're not.
No, you're not.
It's genuinely put out for a second. But
You're very bad.
I like his accent.
You know what you're talking about. Right.
And you haven't tried to kill them yet, Malfasani. Are you really
I'm
growing
trying
as a
to
person?
Well, how would people spread tales about the greatest swordsman in all of Cape Salada if they don't live to run about?
I've seen better,
He hasn't grown since. we
and I'm
first met him.
blind.
Well, you've grown. You haven't even asked any of these people the question you usually do. And I'm sure you could go and try to kill them, but that wouldn't be...
Neither one of you have grown taller.
Oh, questions?
I'm not in the condition to hear an answer I don't want at the moment, Malfasani. But don't you worry. Speaking of death, though, are you sure Gobadai is dead? I felt his manipulations fall off of me, but...
So he looks very smug for a second. So you admit that I was right about Gobadai.
I have reason to believe he... Well, If he's dead, perhaps not. I thought he had done what Bodega did. That's why I followed him out here, but perhaps not.
Very well. I'll flutter over to Gobadai's body and try to inspect to see if it's actually dead.
Yeah, roll a... Well, what are you just looking for signs of life? What are you looking for?
Life, magic at all, if there is any.
Yeah, go ahead and roll medicine or arcana. Just depending on what aspect you're taking here. There doesn't seem to be any. I mean, he wasn't very magical to begin with. You didn't see him cast any spells. You don't see any residual traces on him.
Nalfisani's going to stab him, pose a little bit as if he were the one who killed him, and flutter back. He's not moving.
All right then. What is your plan, crew?
Should we celebrate? I can make something for us to celebrate.
Should we scuttle the
just kidding.
goat?
This isn't time for celebration. We need to move. Captain.
Vincent's right. We'll save the celebrations for when we make it home. Alright then, I guess we should be off.
Do we scuttle the goat, or do we let it just drift?
Scuttle away. I don't want any other visitors, if we can help it.
Aye, aye, Captain. And with that, the car is going to use one of the cannons on the ship
I don't know.
the ship to blow a hole below the water line on the goat to begin its demise.
I cheer every time the cannon is fired.
Well, it should only take one
And they're
good,
getting
well-placed
wild
shot.
guess-
I cheer once, well placed.
Easy enough. A break has been made on the goat's hull, and it's just a matter of time.
Yes, Phil? Were you going to say something, Phil?
No?
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I heard you make a noise and I thought you were trying to get attention.
That was him remembering the secret lore only he knows.
Alright, then I guess we sail off. Right?
I think so.
We sail
Okay.
off.
Ericard tries
Back.
looking for something to drink, but all the bottles that he was carrying on him were shattered by one cannon shot or the other. You know, one of the two that fucking hit him.
You know who has a lot available for you to drink?
Ericard's going right to Bright Eyes. You made beer before.
Huh?
Give it.
What? Oh,
Give it.
oh! You actually want to try it? That's amazing. Okay. Here. Here's some bottles. Sorry if it tastes a little weird. I had oil in these before.
Just give it.
Okay. It tastes actually so nostalgically beer-like. You can't even place any flavors besides just the tang of rotten bread in it. It's just so diabolically average, nondescript. This is
Ericard doesn't
like
drink for taste.
this is white bread beer.
So it's Budweiser.
Yes, congratulations.
Ericard says nothing about the taste, and he just downs it.
Is it good?
It's beer.
It,
This is a man who does not care about the taste of it. just that it numbs the sensation of living.
That's
Wow,
not true.
That's
Prove me wrong.
That's a little level of
How do I do that?
Stop drinking.
Nah,
Then I'm
it's
right.
boring.
I don't
that's
like how
not- that's not how it
philosophical you
works.
are. Hey, Captain, they're being philosophical again. What should I do now?
Do you think you could make a healing potion for Erika?
I have one! I run over to Erikar. Here's some more. Drink this. I hand a healing potion.
What does that taste like?
It tastes like healing potion. It's chemical and herb-y.
This isn't alcohol.
Captain said you have to drink it.
It's not nice to pick on a blind man. How much does it heal?
11. Get rid of that off my inventory.
Okay, well, sails hoisted anew, back underway to this rural and lush coast of Tikal along the Sima Mountains. You're pretty close already. You're maybe 30 minutes out from where Ayla recalled the Lady Cypress heading as she fled from the Sinking King's Pride. And as you get closer, that smoke Malfusani saw previously becomes more prominent. And it's not a raging wildfire, but seems to be coming from a distinct point up on one of the lower mountains near the ocean. How is scouting working? Is Malfusani on watch, or is Averin on watch? What are you looking out with?
Like where the smoke is close enough to be able to have Averin go check it out?
If
Is
you
it within
get
a mile?
close enough, the smoke itself is probably further than a mile, but you're within a mile of the shore.
Eric, I would just have Averin get as close as he could before the connection started getting fuzzy.
Sure, yeah. With Averin kind of at towards the limits of your connection as the ship continues to approach, you get a pretty good idea of the scene. You see up on that distant cliff face where the smoke is coming from, it seems to be a signal of some kind coming from some sort of bonfire that you can just barely make out. Some small camp up on the mountainside. And that camp seems to be overlooking the beach below, as well as the ocean to the west. And I'll go back to the map. In fact, I'll go here. So you've been following this rocky coastline for a long ways up to Call, but eventually there's a break where there's this sandy beach, and you see through Averin's eyes, Erikar, a haggard, torn apart but still floating man of war, a large ship with stowed crimson sails, kind of leaning at askew at an angle in the shallows of this sandy beach area. You see several red canopied tents that are dotting along the shore. And this man of war, you can assume is the Lady Cypress, seems to be intentionally angled in the water in a way to defend the bay itself. So the ship is in rough shape, but all of the cannons on its starboard side are open and aimed out into the ocean. And then back beyond into the jungle and up this mountain is this signal fire, another camp of some sort up there that is letting out smoke in kind of regular intervals in some kind of signal. But that is what you see as you near this beach.
Erikar is going to fill Ayla in on what he sees. Seeing that the ship has cannons pointing outward, ready to defend the beach, and that there's a camp on the beach, and then another one further up the mountain, looking over the beach. They're ready for us. We can't just go in through the front.
Why not?
Because there's a man of war with all her guns pointed at the way we would be going in.
Surely there's got to be a way around, right?
Is there somewhere else we could land?
That would be a better option, would be to dock somewhere else, go over and try and either disable the cannons or take out the camp.
What if we did it at night?
Can we take 15 real quick?
For sure we can.
Yeah.
Snack break.
Yeah, we'll come back at 5:45 p.m. sharp.
It's already past 5.
You mean
Well, y'all missed it.
8:45?
Y'all missed it. D&D's over for you. What a shame.
No. No. You can't do this. You can't do this.
As you decide how to approach this jungle and beach as well, I am sick of this song, so I'm moving to the next one.
I'm tired of this.
We'll just stop
I'm
for a
tired of
moment.
this,
I'll be right back
Grandpa.
myself.
Yep. Erikar is really dancing on a knife's edge there with his fucking HP.
Life
You
in
got down to
single digits.
He got down to 7. He's also almost completely out of spell slots and tricks.
Same.
I enjoy how you're playing memory. That's very in line with how I imagine her character to be.
I do not think Hammond is here at the moment.
Well, he'll listen to it in the recording. I know he will.
That's so sweet and ominous.
Cannot wait for my character to act as my vicarious presence in my absolute hatred for sand. He will loathe it. He despises sand.
Sandy Bodega?
So, Shandy Bodega.
I hate Shandy. It's coarse and rough, irritating, gets everywhere.
Oh my god.
Is that a reference from somewhere? I've seen that used.
Star Wars.
Oh.
Star Wars.
So, Fel, I have a plan that involves us watching Star Wars.
I can add a projector to the basement if you'd like.
Hmm. I'm not sure if I'm obligated to respond to that on recording.
No?
Yes, please.
What is your plan?
We're going to start with a TV series called Andor. Then we're going to watch the prequel to the original trilogy. And then we're going to watch the original trilogy.
Are you going to watch Rogue One in between the prequels and the original?
Yes, that's the.
I don't know if Fell's going to survive Jar Jar.
No. We're not watching the prequel trilogy. We're watching the prequel movie to the trilogy, which is Rogue One.
Oh, okay. How rude.
That way, things start off like really cool and personal, and then we get into the whole science fantasy towards the end.
If we're watching Andor, why don't we also watch Yet So? Why don't we watch For Bat? Why don't? Are we conjoining conjunctions and
Four butts?
like
Well, I
and
understand.
slash or?
I
No.
understand.
No,
I
nothing.
understand your wordplay. I don't appreciate it.
I do. Don't worry.
No, but I thought it would be funnier if I explained it.
4 butts in your local area.
Oh my.
Yeah, me neither.
Oh wow.
And where'd the car go?
By the way, Fel.
Yeah.
Love you, hate you. I'm struggling so hard because I want to play Dakar, but I'm
Why are
also
you
like
basing any of
having
this
the
on
personal
that?
struggle of trying of not wanting to be mean to my friends.
What knowledge?
I can be mean to Malfisani. He's a character.
It's a character.
Oh, you mean what you would do to memory?
Oh no, that's already set in stone.
Oh, I see. No,
But no. It's more like
Fire instead.
there are so many moments of Malfisani running his mouth that Dakar as a character would just like try to like literally just punch him in the beak and get him to
Are we
shut
being
up.
mean to Malfisani? I love that.
But then
Welcome back.
Sorry.
I don't want to be mean to
Neat.
Fel because Fel's my friend.
Look. Just imagine, look, you don't respect how difficult it is to be as pretentious as him, you know? At the end of the day, when he's in his room, you know, smoking a cigarette and he can stop being so pretentious, then he, you know, looks back at a hard day of work and thinks, yes, I annoyed those people. I was proud. And he goes to sleep. It's like a job.
Malfisani.
And you do it so naturally.
Malfisani decorates his room with posters of himself.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
He's got one of those body pillows with himself on it.
Okay, I am back.
Hey, welcome back to hell.
Welcome back.
To
So-
hell.
And Malfi's AC is what, 25 with haste?
Yes.
No,
And well, Blade
more
Song.
specifically,
Blade Song, yes,
Malfisani's AC is exactly piss me off, I think.
Malfisani's AC is whatever it wants to be.
Gobadai's legendary action is take an attack plus 15 to hit, and I can't freaking hit Malfisani. I dropped guacamole on the floor. It's a disaster.
Yeah,
You drop
You need to play yourself together, Hammond.
Malfisani
Not
made
falling
you drop your
apart.
guacamole.
Yeah.
What a dick.
Yes, he is.
Monitors. Hey, we're doing.
He is the whole problem.
I think I'm done being the traffic jam. I'm ready to be the car crash.
Oh, that gave.
Incredible.
Are we all back, I guess?
Yes, give me 1 second.
Okay.
Are you going to give it back?
No.
Oh.
Unfortunately, Hammond is not a paladin of throwing it back.
That's Fenton's job.
Only for snakes and vampires.
What?
And Dragonborn. And Tabaxi, actually, you've got 4.
I don't know if Fenton did much of that for her, though.
Fenton's very versatile.
As a bard
Wait, what's
should.
going on? I
Hi,
think I missed
welcome
something,
back.
and I fucking got up to get.
We're talking about Fenton's sexuality.
Bottom.
More like romantic interests.
Fenton's romantic interests are yes.
Yes. Okay, let's be. What's the plan, gang?
Drugs.
Oh,
I think
fuck.
we're I think we're still in the middle of discussing that. Before we went on break, Dakar suggested doing it at night, sneaking in at night.
If we can, I could really use some time to create some more concoctions.
What?
Yeah.
What?
So we wait till
What?
night. We
Yeah.
get 8 out. We wait 8 hours exactly, and then we attack at night.
That does seem ideal, if possible.
Yeah, I'm gonna go sleep off getting shot by a cannon twice.
For a man shot by a cannon, you look hale and healthy, my
Huh.
friend.
I know. I'm in pristine health.
I am also glad that I could have come to your aid.
You pull some shit like that again, I'm feeding you to your fucking sugar daddy.
Tell me, Erica, over the years, how many times has that little thing helped you out and saved your life?
Never.
Not even tonight.
Nope.
Mhm.
I had it completely under control.
Erikar is going to use sign language to Ayla and be like, he wouldn't admit it even if it did.
7 times and counting.
You shut your fucking mouth, Cap!
Edgar.
What?
Oh, I was going to make a joke, but I realized I couldn't see. Never mind. I can continue on.
That's just more
Edgar.
reason to make the joke.
Yes.
What?
I believe you dropped something.
And what is it I'm supposed to have dropped?
Your self-respect.
Dropped that fucking ages ago, bud.
Then why do you keep living?
Easy. Spite.
Against whom? Nobody cares about you, so why keep living?
Did you guys
And
not
this is the
solve
point
this
where I
logic?
think you should shut up. Because there are more people here that care about him than there are that care about you.
Am I wrong?
That was my point. You are wrong. I would suggest you go back to your little nest.
Okay, so we're resting up from the last battle and preparing for the next one, right?
Are you new to this line of work?
Yes. I
I asked as obvious. Well, yes. Why did you see fit to ask? That was implicitly implied. Are you going to make another bomb?
I don't think so. Did you like it?
It was useful. You are competent.
Hey, thank you.
At least one of our newcomers is.
I like your accent.
Thank you. I developed it especially to appear more elegant and refined.
Okay.
The
I'm gonna
plans-
go
I
work
think
on things
point
now.
eight is
So
probably safe.
if you need anything, please knock. Brianna's just gonna start uncoiling rope. Or you could like stick your head in. I think it will work. Not actually sure. I haven't shown many people this. I'm gonna cast rope trick. And the rope's gonna float up into the air and form an entrance into an interdimensional space.
Is it
So,
stationary?
stationary aboard the ship.
Good cover.
What the fuck?
Okay, bye. I climb the rope and pull the rope up, and I'm gone.
What a
How are we
weird little
supposed to
creature.
knock on a hole?
How about this? The car's gonna like crouch down and just like knock on
I don't think it's
the
safe
planks
up
of
here,
the main deck.
You hear a voice. I can still hear out.
Ah, there you go.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to bed.
So, Ella, we are anchoring the ship close to shore and approaching their camp at night from land.
Yes. I think that's probably the best course of action anyway.
Do you want me to slip aboard the ship and cause some chaos among the guns?
As nice as that would be, I don't know that you'd be able to get away from it this time.
It's not like they can shoot me with the cannons when I'm next to them. Besides, you know how effective I am in the dark.
If there's any inkling of danger, get out of there, though.
You have my word, my captain. And he gives her a bow at the waist.
I will ask, where exactly are you anchoring the ship? It is safe to assume if you can see the man of war or if you can see the signal fire, it would be easy enough to see you in return. Unsure if they have any scouts out further than the beach or the signal fire itself.
Right? It doesn't like people.
You
would
were to put the ship.
Yeah, but
I
that
would say
doesn't
since this
mean-
is a
we
big
don't know how many
rocky
evidences we
area,
have.
you can see. I imagine those mountains are ranging the shoreline for most of it.
Yes, south of this beach is more the foothills. There is still volume in the land. The Sima Mountains themselves are just north of these beaches, where there are larger mountains beyond.
Okay, so we'd have to cross this bay to get to those mountains, or to get around the bend. Because I was thinking of like finding a curve in the shore with some of these rises in it to hide like the main mast of
We only
the
have
ship.
one because
There's enough volume in the land to do so. It's just a matter of how close you want to get to the beach, how much you want to risk. There's the ship can get pretty close without being seen in a direct line of sight. It's a very lots of terrain along this coast.
Well, let me ask you this: what time is it right now?
I believe you encountered Gobadai pretty late in the afternoon.
So if our plan is to attack at night, we wouldn't be able to get a full 8 hours of resting before
the
night,
music box.
or else we'd
the
run out
music
of
box was my.
It's up to you how you define night. Sun will probably set here in the next hour or so.
And the safest distance away
Yeah.
would probably be making it an hour long walk to
Oh
get
no,
to
you
their
can do what I
camp
did and just throw.
to make sure the
Turn
ship
it
isn't
on and
spotted
throw it
or too
and
soon.
start a curse hunt.
But then,
Thereabouts.
yeah, then we just have to gauge
That's
whether
what I did.
that will be enough time for us to get in and out before the sun rises. Because at that point, we'd probably only have like maybe 2 to 3 hours.
I was gonna say let's
Before
try to
the
go
sun
in and
comes-
repel,
starts
but
coming
we're
up.
at 0, so
That sound about right to you, Hamid?
Sounds about right.
Alrighty. Anybody else have ideas?
I don't think
on
I don't
this?
think
I would say just as close as we could like reasonably safely get without being spotted. And Erikar would have been having Averin scout like within like a mile or so of the shoreline as they kind of pulled in, make sure that there's nothing in the area.
And since Malfasani doesn't sleep, then there's always somebody on watch at least.
Okay, are you trying for a long rest then?
I believe so.
Erikar could definitely use it.
I'd like to.
Do we get one?
Misa Malfasani is on watch all night then, or as far into the night as you go. Malfasani, if you want to roll perception for me as the night goes on. The sun sets as you settle in. You manage to anchor the ship off a little craggy corner out of the line of sight, probably within a few miles on foot to the beach with the Lady Cypress. Fell with a 16. You don't see anyone. The jungle is alive. There's definitely many instances where you hear rustling, where you hear creatures. Nothing along the beach itself, but farther into the forest, there's certainly life. Nothing that approaches your boat in this 8-hour chunk of time, however, and you are welcome to take a long rest.
Wahoo! Yippee! Even.
Yippee
Excellent.
Even. Okay.
That gives me all my lucky points back.
Wow! Yay!
How lucky.
Even luckier if I got that Fortuna.
Yeah, the Fortuna has not made a reappearance since you've been here.
Did it just go
Oh,
down with the
man.
ship, or did it fly off after we scuttled it?
No, it would have flown off into the jungles of the land nearby after the ship went down. Fel, let me know. I threw Memory's character sheet at you. You should be able to see it.
Let me check 1 second. I do not have access to it now.
Can you see it?
No.
Interesting.
If it matters, you have to go into the setting on the character sheet and put the player in both can see and can edit. if
Ooh,
you go in one of the
okay. Yeah, I have you on edit, but I didn't have it in
Okay.
your journal. So now I've now updated your journal. You should see it.
There we go. I can see it now. Awesome.
Great.
Thank you.
So
Excellent.
your long rest is successful. What's the plan?
Is it still night when we get up and around?
It is still dark, yeah. Let's see. It's probably 3 to 4 in the morning at this point.
Okay. So we probably have about 2 to 3 hours.
Erikar tries to find a drink.
Are there drinks to find on board, Vincent?
Um,
Or was Erikar carrying them all?
Erikar was carrying them all.
Oh no.
I don't think Vincent would have anything that's not absolutely necessary with just some extra just in case.
And Erikar's going to the floating hole in the sky. Hey! He like throws some ball bearings.
God damn it.
Oh,
Dakar is walking
so
around,
we're
is
also
walking
at
up on deck, and he
150 with
stops
infinite
mid-step
sprint.
as he hears the distinct sound of ball bearings rolling across the deck. And he looks over at Vincent,
Oh, that was amazing.
and he puts his hands
question
up.
is just, do they come back down or do they land in whatever space is up there?
Rolling.
What?
Ferb?
Hmm?
If,
we need
if
pocket
Eric-
dimension ball bearing physics.
Yes.
Oh, okay, okay.
Very
Try
important.
If Erikar's throwing ball bearings up into your the rope spell that you used, do they come back down or do they stay up there with you?
it. Okay. There's a minute where they don't come down, and then they all kind of scatter down at once. Yes.
Got any more beer?
Not yet.
Why not?
See, I got this one that makes you run faster, so I thought I'd just make a lot more of it.
Erikar's gonna get a headache and feel very hungover.
After how many years?
At least 2.
Do you want to be faster?
I want to be not sober.
Okay, you should talk to Vincent about that one.
He doesn't have any.
I think he's lying to you.
No, he doesn't drink.
So, my head pops out of the extra dimensional space upside down, just ahead. Like there's no more like alcohol on the entire ship.
No, I was carrying like all of it, and I kind of got shot by cannons.
You were carrying all of it? You could have exploded!
Vincent didn't bring any. I had to bring it myself.
Oh. Oh, okay. Look, after we win this next fight and get really rich, I'll make something special for you, okay?
He's gonna throw up over the side of the ship.
Oh. Wow, I've never seen someone do that before.
Either way, Bright Eyes, it is time for us to get going. We do not have much of the night's time.
Already? 5 more minutes.
We do not have 5 minutes. Remember what you're doing and get out of there.
Okay. The head disappears.
Ball bearings roll across the deck.
A few minutes later, all of Bright Eyes' stuff, and several unfinished potions all clatter to the ground. Okay. I'm ready. Let me just pick everything back up. Okay. So I've made some exciting new things. Who wants to be really fast?
Spirit
how
box
long?
talk to us.
An hour.
That sounds
there
great
he is.
to me.
Who else wants to be really fast?
If you're offering.
Okay. I'll give both of you a potion that increases your movement speed by +10 for an hour.
Oh,
I can
okay.
see.
Oh. Vincent's already
Vincent.
fast.
Vincent is the Flash.
Vincent can almost keep up with Malfasani.
Almost.
You put haste on Vincent, he's faster than Malfasani by a huge
is
margin.
correct.
Okay. I
know
also
what?
have some of those make you less scared and better in fighting potions. I have two of those. Who would like those?
Those are the blessed potions.
Yes.
Ayla's not here to argue for one right now. I don't think Malfasani needs any more buffs, though.
Malfi broken pulls nerf.
So with that logic, it would
By
be
making a
We don't have a
Constitution saving throw, he'll fold.
The hallway upstairs.
do I have any of those?
Right. What's the plan?
I have a well, we're waiting on Nyx to get back from the cat.
Excellent.
Well, I got lightning lure, which is a strength save.
That'll do.
That's a cantrip.
I have returned.
Woohoo!
Hi, here, take one of these. Push a potion into Ayla's arms.
And what does this one do?
Oh, it's like the same thing as last time. Wait, no. The time before that. The time before the last time.
Ah.
Yeah,
Well,
that one.
right. Thank you.
Does it have any alcohol in it?
No.
Not even a little.
You know, honestly, I think you're a bit of a one-note character.
Fuck you.
And it was zero, but
perhaps at this
yeah.
point, Dakar reaches into his bag and pulls out a half-drunk bottle of rum and holds it out to Erikar.
Yes.
Oh, if you weren't so disgusting, I could kiss you.
The tentacle pops up next to Dakar and kind of wags in Erikar's face.
It was funny that.
Okay, well, are you all heading onto land together then? Is that the plan?
Yes.
I do believe.
Indubitably.
Indubitably.
Okay. Is the goal to approach that same beach, but on the ground already and from the side?
Do we want to go
Yes.
after the beach? Do we want to go after the smoke signal? I
I'm
think we
gonna
should go
the
after the
smoke signal
beach.
first.
Dakar's going after the big ship.
I think we should go after the beach first.
I don't know. They're gonna have people looking. They're gonna have people looking out over the beach from the from way up there.
Oh, is it like they can shoot guns at us from up there?
They'd probably see us coming as soon as we broke the tree line to the beach.
Well, then we're going to have to be really fast. Eh? No, you never mind.
How about we just start walking?
Okay.
Onto the beach and into the dense jungle as you make your way northward, navigating through the forest. It is a jungle that is full of life, especially here in the middle of the night. There's sounds of animals and unseen things all throughout the trees. There are game trails to follow, so it's not totally bushwhacking, but there's some wide and packed down enough game trails to be considered almost like rudimentary roads through the jungle. You know, Olimtek, the new capital of Tikal post Colonnade invasion of the northern parts of the nation, is not too far to the southeast of here. But it's clear that this region by the Sima Mountains has remained remote, and you kind of understand why as you travel through it. It's rough, rocky terrain. There's lots of elevation changes.
Make one suggestion of having Dakar be point with Devil's Sight and Dark Vision up to 120 feet. That's just for the group.
Go ahead and roll perception as you navigate the jungle then, Dakar. You can roll with advantage with your dark seeing abilities.
18.
Excellent. Do any of you not have dark vision, by the way?
I do not have dark vision, I don't believe.
Check.
I have dark vision.
I have observance, but that does not give me dark vision, I don't believe.
Ooh, me,
I don't know.
I just have really good passive perception, and I have blind sight out to 10 feet.
Tabaxi have dark vision. I'm pretty sure.
Yes, I believe so.
I do not, but I have plot
Yep.
armor.
Dark vision.
Plot armor.
So it is quite dark as you are kind of in a chain. Are you just following Dakar's lead? Has anyone lit a torch or anything of the nature?
If anybody lets a torch, they're getting smacked.
Okay, then you traverse in the darkness. And Dakar...
Is memory coming along?
Yes, memory is tagging along with you all.
All right.
Oh no, there's two of them.
Feel free
It's
to
okay.
loop her into anything or conversation. I'll have her. She's brooding for the most part, but
At least one of
There
them
are
is
two of
quiet.
That's very true. That's very true.
Both of them look like they're about to say something but decide against it.
They're learning.
So as you traverse these trails, Dakar, with your roll, you're the first to see some lumps ahead around the road, which you come to find as you approach are dead Colonnade soldiers in their red jackets. A couple of them scattered along the path as you go, until you get to a small shrine, some ruin of a civilization. And Dakar, with your 18, you're able to see that there's incense on the shrine, still burning, just a little glint of light.
Can I check one of the bodies as we're passing to see like what killed it?
Sure, yeah. Roll a medicine check.
23.
Ooh.
You identify a spot where the skull has been cracked, seemingly some sort of blunt force. Another of the bodies has arrows in its corpse.
Looks like there's something else out here that hates the Colonnade.
I suggest we don't meet it.
Ask the pickles.
Have
The
you
car-
heard of the concept that every enemy of the enemy is a friend?
There are things in the jungle that I don't think we'd want to meet.
I don't think there's anything that lives in the jungle that's going to be shooting arrows except for like other people.
At a time when people have guns, who resorts to arrows?
You'd be surprised.
Either way, I
Here.
suggest we try to get around these ruins and continue on.
You don't want to meet whoever's in there?
No, that will cost us time that we do not have.
Okay.
As you say this sentiment, Dakar, a torch lights in the path, maybe 100, 200 feet in front of you. And you can all see this light coming from an individual standing in the path.
As soon as the light flares up, Dakar's gonna
6
get
for
off
6
the
for
path
6.
and get into the brush. Because the torch only gives, I think, 20 feet of bright light and up to 30 feet of dim.
What's everyone else doing?
Fisan is going to flutter up into a tree, perch on a branch, kind of crouch. Memory is going to summon her blade and put her back against a tree.
Erikar will stumble his way off the path behind a tree.
Vincent will do something similar to memory.
Likewise.
Bright Eyes will like blink for a minute and look around. Oh, I'm alone. Dart off to the side.
Might you all roll a stealth check if you're holding position? This individual carrying a torch follows this same trail that you've been coming up, walking past your location.
That fucking 20 while he's stumbling. Awesome.
Also, not to mention the fact that he's probably broader than
Wait,
every
why do
tree
you-
on the island.
Bright Eyes
He's
has
built like
heavy
a brick
armor.
shit house.
I have
What?
Scale Mill, which has disadvantage on stealth.
That is for
Uh,
Memory, and for Malfisani it is. Alright.
I think Avern will probably be perched up on one of the trees as well.
Okay.
I don't know
Well,
if I'm gonna roll
the-
for Avern or not, or if he just kind of gets grouped in with Erikar.
I'll group them for now. A bird in the jungle is not too alarming, especially at night.
Hey,
But yeah, Malfazani raises no alarms. And speaking of birds in the jungle, those of you who are furthest down this path, watch as this individual carrying a torch, a solitary Aarakocra, kind of peacock-esque. He's got a long neck and some colorful feathers, plumage coming out of the top of his head. But he walks this path, passes some of you, and then stops where Bright Eyes is hiding. It doesn't seem to look at you, Bright Eyes, but it simply stops walking there.
Mm.
Sweating. I very, very, very gently whisper, "Hello."
God damn it.
Behind this solitary individual lands a large creature. It is a griffin, but it appears more like in this region like a macaw. It is a large tropical bird that lands, and it has another Aarakocra standing on its back, riding on its back, I should say. And this Aarakocra says something. Do any of you speak avian?
yes.
I'm pretty sure I do. Let me double check. I do.
Okay, the one on the back of this griffin says in avian, he just says hello, and the little peacock person translates it to you have been seen, come out.
Oh,
That is in common.
okay. I step out. Hi. We passed some bodies. Did you kill them?
The peacock one speaks your words back in avian to the other one. He's serving as a translator, and it's translated back. Yes, outsiders have been dealt with. I am wondering why there are more strangers here. Please, leave in peace. I'm sorry. That is what the those of you who can speak avian hear the one on the griffin's back say. But the peacock translates this to you, Bright Eyes, and says, "Foreign outsiders are dealt with. Why have more of you come to this place? Leave these grounds untarnished with haste."
Okay.
I'll say Dakar steps out at this time.
We
I
use
would say
everything.
Aircar probably come out.
You two seem to be on a slightly different terms than what you're saying. I'm assuming we'll switch to common. Your translator seems to be translating your words slightly differently, one on the griffin. I just wanted to point that out.
You say that in common or avian?
An avian.
Back in avian, replying to you, the here. I'm gonna have you guys come to a map here. Other torches, as more of you step out, other torches light up around this area. Just to visualize this better, you all can place yourself on the right of this.
Oh my goodness, it's so cute! I want one. I want one.
You want one? You want one, or what? You want to be one?
It doesn't matter.
Okay.
I am obsessed with the tropical griffins.
They're
great.
Griffins are good.
So the red macaw, the one there, seems to be the leader, but he replies to you, Malfasani. This one is my voice. He speaks my words in truth.
Well, I don't think that's necessarily accurate. But anyways, would you like me to act as a translator?
I will add too. This is an interesting dialect of avian. It's easy enough to understand to those that speak it, but it's definitely a more rudimentary avian than in common society. If you are capable, you may speak my words as well.
Hammond,
Perhaps. Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say, so you said they walked past some of us. Can you tell us which ones they walked past?
Yeah, true. Who would have been furthest? Dakar for sure. I don't know who else was further along the trail, but kind of more, yeah, in that region.
It probably would have been like here-ish.
I mean, this Aircar probably would have been like there.
I think that checks.
Sorry, guys.
So it is these ones who have dealt with the colonnade.
Well, maybe we could work together.
Aircar is gonna ask the one on the Griffin in Avian. So are all the Kola not dead then? Even the ones that were by the ships?
So this whole time, every time anyone says something in common, the peacock fellow translates it back to Kama Chuk Choi in avian, and he kind of does the opposite thing. Whatever Kama says, he translates into common in more flowery words, and whatever you say, he translates back into avian in more simple words. So he doesn't speak necessarily directly to you. Even when he does, it's echoed again through the peacock fellow. But he'll say, with you speaking avian as well, Erkar, do you as well know the ones who wear red, then? You seem different than them.
Oh, we fight them too. I have a personal vendetta against them.
The ones on the beach remain. Last night, they attacked Kamatetamba. More on the beach, more above. Outsiders are not welcome. This does include you.
This is all being translated.
Yes.
And what if we
It's
were
not
to remove
changing.
the
It's
ones
not
on the
aging,
beach
so-
and up high?
Yeah, it's definitely not
The other
fake.
intruders upon your little land.
That's true.
Will you leave? Leave the land untouched?
I think
We'll
most
even
of them-
take their ship away for you.
At the very least, the ship would be burned
We're at 0 multipliers.
to the
F.
bottom of the bay.
Did you bring more? Those on the beach are many, and they are strong.
The ghost right, just
Those you see are those who will fight.
yes.
There are no
Bragging
others.
rights.
Unless, of course,
What
we
else would be
could
that fast?
persuade you to join in
With
the
no one in
cleansing of your
sight.
land. And then we will be gone.
I know.
Roll persuasion with advantage, as you are all not openly hostile.
A dirty 20.
Okay. Prove yourselves to us, and we will join you in battle on the beach below. Put out the fire above, before it spreads again. You will have our hand.
Then it appears we go to the
Alright.
fire. Oh, the cards does that in sign
Hey,
language towards
we
Ava.
got a tune.
She would nod at him and reply to the bird. Say, right. We'll take care of the fire.
Kama raises a fist to the sky, and those on the ledges above, they have had their crossbows out, but they lower their crossbows with his signal. Very well, then. Will more come after you?
There were a few that were chasing us,
Lights
but they are
on.
no longer. We have dealt with them.
Very well. If you betray, if you ally with the red goats, or if you deface our land, we are now few in number, but we will kill you.
I would
Twist
rather
me.
die than side with those colonnade bitches.
Eloquent as always, Erica.
I know. I have a way with words.
Can you explain deface the land?
You will see above. They have cut down many trees for their fire. They have knocked down shrines to build their camps.
Oh, I see. Okay, well, thank you. I'm fine. I don't actually need trees to make fire, so there's nothing to worry about.
You
Then
can do the mirror
Shall
again
we
to
be
see if you moved.
continuing on our way?
Yes. Let's take care of this as quickly as we can.
Dakar gives the avians a flourishing bow at the waist, then spins on his heels and starts walking down the path that they were previously following.
As soon as you get a little out of sight, their torches go back out again, and they disappear into the darkness behind you.
Wow, those guys were so cool.
We got lucky.
Okay.
The breaker's off again.
So now we're going to be skirting around a bit farther behind the beach to get up the hill.
Yes, yeah. There's kind of a couple foothills behind the beach, and one of them has a more sheer face that's not too difficult to go around the back of to get up to that elevation.
Okay.
It is a shame. My one of my favorite songs in my Kirden playlist was "If This Was a Battle," but alas.
Too
When you
many
let
of us
the
speak
war-
avian.
When
I
you let
love
the
the guy's
warlock do a
name.
persuasion check.
Should have let Erikar do it. His -3 to charisma really would have helped.
No. Honestly, you should have let Ayla do it.
Kama Chuk Choi sounds like an amazing food item.
Mm,
Right?
fried bird.
Drumsticks.
Drumsticks.
Any other surprises on the way up to that hill with the fire?
No, there's near again the path a couple more dead colonnade. You kind of piece together that they've been picking them off whenever they can catch one or two of them isolated. But there's no more surprises. The fire is seen off in the distance as there's this roaring bonfire towards the top of this cliff face, and you see a small camp in the light of the fire there as well.
All right. How long did that take
In
us
the kitchen.
to get up there?
Since you have put feet on the beach, it's probably been close to an hour at this point.
Okay. So it's still pretty dark out. It might actually be the darkest
Yes.
because dusk.
It is dark. It is indeed. The bonfire appears big enough to light the surrounding area decently, but yes, the forest is pitch.
How big is the fire?
Well, I won't waste much time. I'll move you to the next map.
Woohoo! Yippee even.
Yippee. You can move yourself to the right of this map as well.
I assume we were probably coming in from.
Well, yeah, you can. If you're not necessarily on the trail, you could have strategically come through the tree line a little bit as well. So that's your call.
I like strategery.
I'm the Lorax.
Wow, Laura actually let himself go.
What's that supposed to mean?
I don't know. I wasn't speaking in character.
So as we're approaching this camp, Dakar is going to drink that potion that Bright Eyes
What
gave us.
could it?
Go fast.
Give me an extra 10 feet of movement.
Dourado.
So as we get up to the camper, is this all we see? We see the tent and the chop down, the lumber, the bonfire, and somebody tending it.
There's also
Yes, you can see one individual right there by the fire. Another one seems to be sitting outside of the tent itself. Those are the two that you see, and they do not see you. They roll pretty bad perception. So
We still need Malfasani and Memory on the field.
yeah.
No bat, yes. Alright.
All right then. Is it
Murder's
possible
always on the
for
menu.
Dakar to try
Why
to
is
like
everybody standing outside?
sneak down this way to come up underneath this cliff?
Where are you at?
I was up here.
I didn't see where you signaled
Oh.
the intended path.
Like moving down around these rocks, kind of sticking to the shadows of the trees to try to maybe get up around here.
Sure, yeah, that's not too difficult to do.
Okay. Want me to roll anything for it, or just
The
I could
crucifix
just do it?
grabbed it again?
Well, if you're trying to not let your presence be known quite yet, you can go ahead and roll stealth if you're sneaking apart from the rest of the party to get into a different position.
Okay. Rolls don't fail me now. 15.
You are unseen.
Excellent. So getting there. Does anybody else want to move? As I don't think we're gonna stay undetected after Dakar does something here.
It could all.
Are you going to douse the fire?
Yeah.
Erikar is just ready to fucking open fire. He's his gun aimed at this guy.
Exact same thing.
I don't.
Is everyone just gonna volley fire as soon as
Just readying in action.
Yeah, let's
Is
do
this is this bonfire the only source of light right now?
It is.
Okay. I hope you all like fighting in the dark.
Well, not fine.
Well,
it. It's okay. I'll be making a bit of light.
I forgot.
Yeah,
forgot
so
we had a
if
multiplier on that one.
everyone's in position, I am going to have Dakar use the spell Create or Destroy Water. And
We
since it's
gotta
4th
create
level,
from
it's
0
40
equals.
gallons of water that he's dousing on this bonfire.
All right, with a hiss, the fire is quenched, and we can all get on that initiative tracker.
Erikar can't move fast because of the fucking dumbass quenching the fucking light.
I rolled a 21.
Congrats, you can see in the dark. Fuck
Up to 120 feet, bitch. I could have been even more mean and did darkness on top of that thing.
You're
I
a
love
wee bitch.
abilities that kind of help and also kind of hurt your entire party in the meantime. It's great.
I'm pretty sure he's the only one with dark vision too, isn't he?
No,
I have dark
Ayla?
vision.
Sorry,
What is
Vincent
this
has dark
bullshit?
vision.
We'll have to get within 10 feet to fucking shoot anybody.
It's just Malfasani, Erikar, and Bright Eyes that don't have dark vision.
That's
So
at the
only half
party.
group. Yeah, and half the party does have dark vision.
You're crippling half your fucking party, shithead.
Yeah, you're fine. We're also
Shoot
crippling
me
them.
later.
Well, with the fire going out, alert is raised, and we'll just go through our turn order. We'll start with Ayla.
Ayla is going to. Let me see. So, if I were to cast blindness, does that supersede like dark vision and stuff?
I think so, yeah.
Because it's not
believe
making
so.
things like dark, it's actually just taking away the ability to see in theory anyway.
Yeah, I think the only people who have immunity to that are people with blind fighting. Like Erikar.
I got blind fighting.
I'm seeing that, like, everyone in the party is built to do some really big damage. Ayla's just there to be an asshole to the enemies.
to the DM.
Lovingly.
Luckily,
Can't believe the
Malfasani's there.
DM didn't let Oreos have dark vision. So rude.
So
That's
Luckily,
Erikar tripping over everything in the middle of the night, getting up to go to the bathroom.
Well, he
Listen,
wouldn't be
he has a
tripping because
general
he could-
idea of where things are within 10 feet of himself.
I was gonna say, he has blind vision up to 10 feet, so he's not tripping over everything.
He has a general sense of shapes and where they are.
He just doesn't see Dakar hanging out in the masts
the light is on, Ari.
with, a bottle of water or something in his hand.
what is it you're doing, Ayla?
Oh, I was going to cast blindness deafness on Lieutenant
Lieutenant
Caracas.
Cuckold over here.
Caracas.
Lieutenant Cake.
Oh.
It's gonna need a save. Constitution. Constitution saving. throw.
Malfi's
That is
worst
a
enemy.
12.
That is a failure. So he is now blind for a minute.
Gonna be real confusing when he lights a torch so he can see and can't see.
And she is going
Looks
to...
like he's a tiefling. Don't tieflings have dark vision?
They do.
They probably do.
Yeah, they
Not
probably
anymore,
Fucking
because he's
Dakar.
blind. Well,
Dakar,
look,
you useless fucking squid.
they told us to put the fire out. I put the fire out.
Gonna we do it after we kill everybody.
No.
Okay, that is her turn.
Okay, on to Wet Dog.
I'm sorry, what?
You heard him, wet
So,
dog. Do it.
Okay. How steep is this cliff in front of Dakar?
Steep or tall? It's 15 feet or so. But yeah, it's at a pretty sharp angle. It's not 90 degrees, but it's steep.
So with 40 feet of movement, could I get up there next to that dude that was by the fire?
It would be difficult terrain if you're trying to climb it.
Yeah, so that would be 30. There's 5 there.
Gonna leave poultry marks for now until.
It says 25 feet from where I'm at right now. Sorry, I'm just calculating. So 5 feet to get there, 30 feet to get up. That would give me another 5 feet to move. I think that math's right.
What's your max movement?
I've got 40 feet right now because of the potion.
I'll let you get right up on the ledge, right there.
Right there?
Yeah.
Okay.
We talk to.
All right. Then
Yeah.
first thing I'm going to do
It
is
doesn't
bonus action
necessarily have to hunt. You can
tentacle
also
next
just
to
get
the
annoyed.
lieutenant.
Oh, I gotta grab that for you, huh?
Yes.
Your lovely tentacle. Ah,
That's so big.
Oh,
Tentacle in HD.
And now I need control over
Expectation versus
Yes, yes.
reality.
it. Shut up.
I love how long it took for people to realize what happened.
Yeah, I'm not making any of my jokes here.
Why not? That's the fun.
you should have control.
All right. So as it comes up, do I get advantage since he's blinded? I believe so,
Oh,
right?
we don't know
I
that.
suppose so, yeah. You do.
30-20.
That will hit.
For 9 points of cold, and his movement speed is reduced by
It
10 feet.
vented on us.
Okay.
All right. Then Dakar is going to move up to this ledge where you let him go. Can this guy see in the dark?
Can he?
I was about to turn that light on for the
Well,
first
I need to
time,
know if I'm
and then
rolling
you tried to
advantage or
talk.
not.
He can't see, no. He's a human.
God.
Okay. Well, then I'm going to Eldritch Blast.
Eldritch Blast.
So the first one's a 23
I feel like
That'll hit.
for 14 points of force. And he's blasted back 10 feet in a straight line from my position.
we
And the second one for 25. And another
so
6 points of force.
agitated.
Okay.
See,
All
that
right,
was
and that's
another
Dakar's turn.
advance.
Tentacle Blast.
Then to Vincent.
we're gonna do something so funny. Vincent is just gonna run up here and swing it with his warhammer.
With advantage.
Oh, with advantage. Let me
Lucky you.
just roll that one more time. Okay, so that's the first one. I don't think a 13 hits.
That will miss.
Okay, and then here's the other one.
Ooh.
That will hit.
Okay. And then we will use a key point to Flurry of Blows.
Hell yeah. At advantage.
At advantage. 22.
Will hit.
23.
20. Okay. Yeah. That'll hit as well.
And that will be the end of his turn.
Okay, this poor man suddenly plunged into darkness and blinded and now ambushed. He's going to mutter an incantation, and he is going to disappear. Dakar, you can still see him. He is invisible. I believe you can still see him.
You mean with like Devil Sight?
Yeah, can Devil Sight see invisible creatures?
Nope.
No, it only gives me dark vision and
Oh.
magical and non.
Oh, and magical darkness. Just kidding. Then he is gone. He blips
He's
off.
fast.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to counterspell.
Okay, he is going to counterspell you.
Fair enough.
Counterspell your counterspell.
Is it a roll?
I counterspell at third level. If it was above, it was a third level or above, then I'd have to roll. So it depends on what spell he cast.
The original spell or the counterspell level?
If the original spell is above level 3, then I would have to roll.
It is. It is a 4th level spell.
Awesome. That'll be an intelligence check for me.
I mean, if he counterspells, then it still
We
doesn't
got
count.
all objectives
If I
and all
failed
votes.
the counterspell, he wouldn't have to counterspell. I do succeed on the counterspell, which means he counterspells me. That's fine.
No.
Okay, but does his
Well,
counterspell go
okay.
through? Is it a 3rd level counterspell or higher?
That's up to Hammond. Don't you love this
Well,
podcast?
if you just rolled to counterspell the 4th level spell, that would imply a 3rd level counterspell.
Yes.
And a level 3 spell versus a level 3 spell, counterspell would just dispel at a level 3.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh,
That's
that's
the first time I've ever counterspelled, so feel free to correct me, but I believe that was
Now, unless Bright Eyes wants to
yeah,
counterspell the
only get-
counterspell.
only get-
I don't have magic like that. Only 2nd level.
that.
Well, then on to memory.
Can memory see invisible people?
No.
I can if they're within 10 feet.
Ooh, and I am rolling for the blindness at the end of Caracas's turn. He rolls a what is it? Add Constitution. He rolls an 18 to save.
Yeah,
Hmm.
that saves.
Boo.
Now the situation is reversed.
He said Uno reverse. It's actually how I'm going to counterspell from here on out. Just Uno reverse. Pull out a single Uno card.
You know, I think technically Lorenz is able to do that.
Yeah, you probably could. Because he did get counterspell like a level ago, maybe? I think.
Fenton has it now too. Fel's gonna have a great time.
I know, what a wonderful time casting spells against you guys.
It'd be such a shame if I picked up counterspell on my next level.
The war of counter spells.
It's just gonna be a volleyball match back and forth.
Are you playing for memory, Phil?
Yes, unless you'd like me not to.
I would love you to.
Alright. She's going to summon her sword, a sort of black blade, and calmly start striding forward, staying here. She's going to mutter something, and this kind of blackish purple energy gathers at her hands. She's going to be scanning with her yellow eyes, waiting for something to be seen. Readying an Eldritch Blast if any enemy becomes available. Actually, is this guy up here visible?
Yeah, memory has dark vision.
He has
does
double
it...
sight.
Oh yes, she does. Yes, he's visible.
Then she's going to Eldritch Blast him. Walk forward, palms splayed out, sort of kicking back her shoulder each time a blast is launched out. Let's see. Would there be with advantage, disadvantage, any kind of that?
He cannot see, so it would be at advantage.
Awesome.
Gotta love fighting in the
But you
dark.
could ask-
It's charisma roll. Let's see.
Oh yeah, her spells are kind of broken because I had to type them because for some reason I couldn't get them in there right. So
I will
none of them do
roll
anything.
Her bonus is +8, so that will be 25 to hit.
That will do.
Does she have Agonizing Blast?
Let me double check.
Oh, I used paper. Yes, I love you. You have actual paper.
Yeah, but I can't freaking find her page, so it's actually coming back. now.
You
Here she
need
is.
14 organized binders with tabs.
No, they're just loose leaf. She has the knockback one, I believe. Oh, no. She has a unique invocation. She pulls enemies 10 feet toward her when she hits
Oh,
with
that's
an Eldritch
useful.
Blast.
So car
Also
pushes and
reduces
memory
the target's
pulls.
speed by 10. Yes.
Alright, she's going to use that to drag the guy in 10 feet forward for the first one. Just 1d10 damage, 4 points of damage. And the second one...
This poor guy getting ragdolled.
3 to hit,
You can't see anything. That'll hit.
2 points of damage, and also pull 10 feet closer.
Right in melee with the car.
Basically like a whip just pulling him in.
His movement is also reduced by 10 for each of those, so he has 20 feet less movement on his next turn.
He's going to continue calmly walking.
Right.
Don't forget the tiefling has 10 feet
You might
less of
have to
movement
close
speed.
the game and reopen it. I'm
Because of the
reopening it.
tentacle.
True.
Man, I can't see anything.
No, it sucks.
I'm gonna fumble into my pocket. I wasn't talking out loud. I'm gonna fumble in. Sorry, that one was. I'm gonna fumble in my pockets for some dust and pour it down the barrel and press a button. Hope it's the right one. And then I'm gonna fire a wiffle ball that is on fire through the air, and it's going to light up the space immediately around it. Unfortunately, because it is a giant wiffle ball, it only goes 30 feet. So... $30. It will land there. And then I'm going to use my bonus action to send the flaming sphere over here, and I'm just going to have it smash into the tents here and light up the whole place.
Okay. So both of these tents have caught flame. The flame is catching and spreading. It definitely catches. There's probably some amount of fire retardant on this tent material, but they are on fire now.
I can't see
Producing some
them.
light. Okay. Oh, BRB 5. Well, let's just go ahead and take 5 altogether. I'll run to the restroom here.
Snack
I'm gonna
break
go
number
let these
2.
dogs out.
Do it. We'll be back at 6:55 p.m. sharp.
Also, Vincent and Ayla, don't forget you
Oh,
both
so
have
it
the
just
plus
bought
4,
us a lot of
the
time.
1d4 as well on everything.
Yeah.
Does Vincent have that? I don't think so.
Oh,
Yeah,
I'm sorry,
I see
Erikar.
100 on mine.
No?
Yeah, didn't you give it to Erikar and Ayla because Vincent and Dakar took the speed potions?
Vincent and Dakar took the speed, and I gave one of the boldness to Ayla, and the other one is on me.
Oh, okay. I thought you distributed both.
Debating on if I want it now or if I want to use it on the beach.
Yeah.
Also, this is really stupid, but I got my silly goose bumper stickers in.
No,
Yeah.
spot in the living
That's not
room.
really stupid. That's fantastic.
It is a little stupid, but I love it.
That should be like the nation's #1 best-selling bumper sticker.
No, there are far better ones, but I wanted to try it out, so.
I'm getting one of those stickers next.
I have to list them first.
Well, yes, I'm not saying right this millisecond.
I'm gonna wait for all of my stuff to come in before I list it all together.
That is wise. We are rapidly approaching the home stretch of Kirden.
Oh?
Terrifying.
Like this battle and the next battle, or we have bigger stuff after?
I don't know where shit is.
I think it is likely the next session will be the last.
Okay.
For now, until you write a second half for us to
Yeah.
do.
Till I write the second half.
Second half? You mean like a full-on campaign?
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. Because this has been wonderful. It's been a nice change of pace from SGL while Fel took his little break.
All these characters are so like certain of themselves. SGL's a lot more
That's
like
awesome.
people trying
That's
to
Troubled children.
I almost wish that we would have done like a one shot before we did SGL so that like I could get my footing. Because now I have meek and mild Leora, which I love her. And she'll
The
grow on her
upside
own.
is we have the time for a lot of character growth in SGL.
Yeah.
It's going to be, I mean, looking back on the beginnings is going to be wonderful.
Yeah.
100%.
Reed doesn't grow. Reed has growths.
I was gonna say, I don't know about that. I feel like Reed grows alive.
He grows on you. But yeah, the Kirden crew definitely has a lot of growth and a lot of range to go.
I have been enjoying this so thoroughly, but I do yearn to get back to the SGL. I wish we had the time to just do both and play twice a week, but alas.
One day we'll make it our full-time job.
Yes.
One day.
I had 2 people ask for the YouTube channel links. One of them was my mother.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
For Kirden or for SGL?
I mean, it's all on the same channel.
It's the
so-
same.
True.
It's the same link.
Yeah.
Bless you.
Bless you.
Thank you.
Bless you.
Did Frost go bye-bye?
No, I'm still here.
Oh,
Hello. By the way, I'm not sure if you were here
Comms.
for it or not, but when we go back to SGL, please have an actual Uno reverse card counterspell ready.
That is
love
amazing,
it.
Nix.
It's so good. I don't think I'm gonna put it on my car, but I want one anyway.
Oh my gosh. That would be so silly.
Put it on my Lancer mech.
Nuh-uh, till I yaha.
it's covered in bumper stickers.
What mech has a horn in Lancer?
Technically, none of them have like
All of them
a
technically.
horn.
Technically, all
These
of them
mechs
could
are
have
highly
a horn.
customizable. So everyone has the capability to have a horn. There's just not one that's specifically mentioned to have a horn.
There's no Sonic mech.
I want. I want a spaceship that can project a bunch of atmosphere in front of it, so that when it honks its horn, the sound travels through the vacuum of space.
I'm imagining a bright orange Atlas pilot that has a fucking horn that's just the Dukes of Hazzard.
As a Horus mech, I will just force your mech to create a horn internally and have it blow at you.
You do that, and I'm shanking your mech in the ankles.
Counter argument fell. I thought you said horse mech, so you're.
Goodbye.
Oh no!
Fel has a centaur mech now.
The dragon has been slain.
Yeah. All I gotta say is, prepare for things to get weird.
I
With
love
this-
cognito hazards.
With this group,
Tons
everything's
of
weird.
cognito hazards. We got a Gorgon out here just projecting, the basilisk anti-cognition hyperfractal.
So, instead of a cognito hazard, would that be an incognito hazard?
No, that's Nyx's mech.
Yes, actually.
Aren't we ready to continue our adventure?
I am.
I think so.
I'm the captain!
Your
That
mic
brings us-
cut out. It was too loud.
Yes.
Which one of you said? I want to know which one of you said that. Oh, that was okay.
Said what?
I'll never tell. Hey, Malfusani, it's your turn.
Excellent. Do we know where this individual is?
He's
No.
gone with the wind.
He has not revealed himself yet. He was directly north of the tentacle when last he was seen.
Okay.
I do see a blue ring on the map. That may.
That is the fireball. That is
Okay. It's like I
That
don't
is-
know if that is.
He's gone. Come back.
Wow, magic trick!
It's the equivalent of throwing a blanket over yourself.
You can't see me if I can't see you.
Fly
Exactly.
Up into the air. And really a hold person for when this individual comes out. If you can see me.
Ooh, my favorite.
Okay.
That is my turn.
All right. Along with the fires erupting in these tents, two more gunmen will emerge.
You cut off.
Nuh-uh. This one. Am I still cutting out? Am I doing okay?
No, you're good now.
You're doing great, sweetie.
Thanks. Yeah, so these two emerge from the now flaming tents looking like they were just woken up by their tents catching on fire.
What a very
That
specific
doesn't sound
look.
Right. With the fire, there is a bit of light, so this one right in front of you, Dakar, is going to attempt to attack you with a short sword.
Okay.
That is a 24.
Ah, damn. No, it's not. I'm lucky.
Oh, did I roll again?
Yeah.
That is a 7.
Yeah, it doesn't hit.
Okay, he's going to try again. And that one is an 8, so that's it for him. This one near memory is going to do likewise, try to attack memory. The first is a 16 to hit, which hits, and the second is a 12. So he's going to hit memory once, unless she... I don't know. I don't think she has a reaction. Ooh, classic. That'll be 8 damage to her, piercing. And this final one is going to draw a gun and fire first at you, Vincent.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and he's going to crit.
Ouch.
Oh, that's cute.
That's pretty rude, actually.
12 piercing damage, and seeing his success, he's going to try again. The second will just be a 14.
I'm going to do reaction Guardian Coil on Vincent for that. Reduce that damage by 2.
Okay,
Also
10
deflect
damage.
missiles.
Oh!
Yes.
Oh!
You've been hit once. So yeah, before damage, go ahead and give it a go.
I gotta read for a second. I forgot.
I don't recall it's.
I think it's he gets to reduce the damage by his martial art dice or something like that, and then if he reduces it to 0, then he gets to reflect it back.
Okay, you
And
can
it's
use
already
your reaction to deflect or catch the missile when you are hit by a ranged weapon attack. When you do, the damage you take from the attack is reduced by 1d10 plus 12. If you reduce the damage to 0 and have a free hand, you can spend 1 key point to make a ranged attack.
Oh, so I didn't even need to do the Guardian Coil.
So,
Yeah, go ahead and roll that damage reduction.
We're doing friggin' Matrix moves out here. You're
It's
catching
1d10 plus
bullets.
12.
Bullet catching. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, you it's 0, so you can reflect. That's a great point.
and
damage reduced to 0.
So you could choose to spend a key point to throw it back.
yeah,
Throw the bullet
Throwing
back.
it back.
As a monk weapon.
Throwing it back.
and it does count as a monk weapon.
Yes, that is correct.
All the bonuses.
So, what is the damage dice on that?
I believe
I
it's
know
just
it's going to
your
be
martial
plus
die.
5.
First, you got to roll to hit.
All right.
That is true.
Since it was a bullet, I'm gonna use my revolver as a placeholder. It's gonna be plus 5 either, plus 8 either way.
That'll hit.
Okay, and then I can't imagine it's the same damage dice as the revolver here. So what damage dice do I need to use?
I believe you use your martial die, your.
It's whatever your upgraded unarmed attacks would be at this level.
Ah, okay. So
So just roll an unarmed attack
before the hunt.
damage.
Okay.
8. You see Vincent catch a bullet and swing it right back.
This bullet, well aimed, coming directly between your eyes, Vincent, and you are able to perceive that with an arcane dexterity and throw this bullet right back at this gunman, who looks completely flabbergasted that this just happened. But we'll go to Eric.
In the background, I'm just screaming in awe.
Okay, so now there's actually light. I see that this dude's disappeared. Let's see. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. Is he within 10 feet of me?
He is.
Wonderful. Show me where the fuck he is.
He's right there.
Eric Card is just gonna. Oh, he's gonna get the smuggest fucking look. And he's going to bonus action. Hunters mark him. And he's gonna fucking revolver. He's gonna cast gun. Does a 25 hit?
25 will hit.
Wonderful. So that's 18 piercing damage.
Ooh.
Plus another d6.
Ow.
So 23 piercing damage. And Eric is just going to loudly announce, 10 feet to my left!
All right.
You know, these characters are
I'm gonna roll
actually
to save
really,
this.
really scary.
He does lose concentration on greater invisibility. He is now visible, Malfasani.
Alright, then I will try to cast Hold Person on him. That will be a Wisdom saving throw, if he's a humanoid, of DC... let me see, what is my spell DC? 15.
He has rolled an 18.
Ah, that is a success.
Unfortunate.
Unfortunate.
But he looks very displeased and quite injured. Go to a...
Eric is just the smuggest fucking bastard right now.
10, 15, 50.
You're in the ball of fire!
Oh, I am, aren't I? That's unfortunate.
This girl is on fire!
She is going to smack him around with her scimitars. So that is... Does a 20 hit?
It do.
And that is 6 damage. And then 21. I assume that also hits, given that
Yes,
20
it
did.
does.
And that is an extra 9 damage.
Excellent.
I think it's only 8, because I think it rolled the other one because of the other
Yeah,
roll
you
that
have-
hasn't been
Oh, because of the crit. Yeah.
I have 2 weapon
That's
fighting.
why I turned that
No.
fucking shit off.
Well, I have 2 weapon fighting, so it adds my ability modifier to the damage of the second attack. Although I imagine that may be a different thing.
That +1
Yeah,
is
so that +1.
Yeah.
extra from the crit.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
it's just
Extra
the 8.
1d6.
What would my ability modifier be?
It is 4. It's dexterity. If you hover over the dice
Okay.
roll that you made, it does the little math there for you. It rolled a 4 on a d6 and
Ah.
then added 4 from your dex.
Okay. Incredible.
Adding that to the amazing pile of incredible.
She will... She'll use one of her points to do a blade flourish on her second attack. So I will expend one of my inspiration to cause the weapon to deal extra damage, and it will equal the number I roll on the bardic inspiration die. And that is a D. What? 8?
8.
6. Cool. I will eventually remember. Although I need to roll 4 damages first. Does a 16 hit?
It does, but he is going. No, he already reacted. Yeah, he's done. 16 hits.
Fucking loser.
Alright, so that is 5. Okay, so that's 8. 8 damage.
Okay.
And I forget, when doing the 2-weapon fighting, if I have a second attack, it's just like the 1 weapon, right? It's not both of them.
Correct.
Okay.
Yes.
Cool.
Because technically
that-
your offhand is used as a bonus
There
action, I
you
think.
go.
Right.
Okay,
Correct.
then that is my turn.
Very nice. Lieutenant Caracas is not looking happy. Go to Dakar.
Oh, right. First things first. This dude in front of me.
Hi.
Cutlass coming down. I no longer have
And it
advantage,
was
right?
zero
Because he can see now
evidence.
because the fires that
Correct.
Bright Eyes decided to set off.
God forbid you want to see, but yes.
Yeah, well, we were told to come up here and not
Yeah.
to put out fires and
This
not
was
make
pretty
more
fun,
fires.
though.
So
Well, maybe you should have waited to put out the other fucking fire then.
I'm gonna cast darkness on you and see what happens then.
I still have 10 feet of fucking blind sight, dumbass. I can see my guy perfectly fine where I am.
Does a 16 hit this guy
It does.
for 7 slashing, and his movement speed is reduced by 10.
Don't matter, he's
Pre-
dead.
Pretty sure his
yeah.
movement hit 0 and then he died.
Yeah, absolutely
okay.
did.
Can
went
I
to one
slide
more
down
before.
this cliff and get up next to the one face
It's
with
also
memory?
a 0.
Absolutely.
Fancy slide down and using my second attack to hit that guy.
His tailbone is out of whack.
I slid on my boots, thank you.
His tailbone has a whole tail attached.
Actually, I don't.
I
Whoa.
regret
Yeah, he's a
Um,
lame furry like that. He doesn't have a tail.
Do I get flanking with memory?
Yes,
Does a 15 hit?
it does.
Awesome. So that's 11 slashing to that guy. And then bonus action, the tentacle is going to move 5 feet up and swing on
Still
that guy.
chills.
14 to hit.
That will hit.
That's 5 cold, and that guy's movement speed is also reduced by 10. And that is Dakar's turn.
Some classic swashbuckling as Dakar knocks down one of these gunmen and slides down to the next. Very stylish, might I say. We'll go to Vincent.
The subway
Everything he does is
circle.
stylish. What are you talking about?
Everything he does is annoying.
Both are true.
Okay. So we have unfinished business. We're gonna sort of duck and weave through here between Ayla and Malfi. And once again, we're gonna come out swinging. 11 does
A
not
14
hit.
will miss.
One more.
Ooh.
Yeah, that'll-
Cave his
Power!
fucking skull
Oh
in.
my god.
Oh. I'm trying to click on it. It won't roll the.
Roll
Dang,
20
guess
is
it's a
afraid
miss
of you.
after all.
There it goes.
Oh,
There we go.
There we go. That's 14 bludgeoning.
Ow.
And you know we gotta do it to him. Key point for flurry of blows.
Devil.
Hell yeah.
17.
That will hit.
8 bludgeoning damage. Another one. 11.
Oh,
Vincent, how do you do it?
So, you see Vincent hit this guy with his hammer incredibly hard. There is an audible crunch, but the man is still standing. He turns to use his fists instead, and he is wailing on this individual until a final punch to the chest. There's another crunch. His heart just stops and falls over, a limp corpse on the ground.
Vincent, you have just saved your party from a cone of cold.
Yes, that is
Going
what I
invisible doesn't
pictured in my
work.
head.
Haha.
Yeah, what you just posted there, that is...
Memory.
Yes. She is going to take one side step here. And
I did delete my other dudes from the turn order, but they'll go. I forget where they were at, honestly.
well, hold on for a second.
It's okay, yeah.
She is going to draw her sword and make. She doesn't have what is it? She doesn't have thirsting blade, does she? That's the invocation that gives her extra
No.
attack.
I do not believe so.
All right, so she has one. That's okay. So she's going to cast a booming blade instead. On this poor guy right here. Just melee attack. Let's see. It's 23 with
Yes.
flanking. All right. And that is going to be 13 plus 4 points of damage. So 7 total.
Excellent.
And she's going to mutter something towards this guy, and eyes briefly turn into pools of black. The scarf around her neck quiver and flutters in some wind. She's going to cast Hexblade's Curse on this the guy she just attacked. I should have done it before, but that's
Okay.
that. We love Charlie.
We do.
We stand Charlie in this household.
Charlie should come with
This
us
man-
on the meetup.
Yes, bring Charlie.
I would actually literally die.
No, I can't. I can't bring him.
This
you allergic to
gunman
cats?
looking.
Sorry, go ahead.
You're good. He's looking very scared of Memory in this moment. I'll have to wash my clothes quite well before coming to the meetup in that case. And to Malfisani.
Yes. He is going to hop, skip, and fly his way over here. Attack thrice. He looks kind of bored at the gunman and just says, "You're barely worth my time." And I'm going to cast a booming blade and 2 attacks.
Does he get +2 with the tentacle?
Doesn't count as a creature.
During a fight, yeah.
Still going.
Let's see. Booming blade, that is a 13. If it's flanking, if not.
It will not hit.
Alright. Well, what is going on with my Roll20 screen? Jeez. Everything just moved. Okay.
Surprise!
Alright. Second attack. 17.
That will hit.
13 piercing. And third attack, 16.
Will hit.
6 piercing.
Okay, how do you kill this gunman?
Nothing fancy about it, just a rapier to the chest, and with sort of a flying kick, he falls to the ground.
Okay. This final man here, he's gonna try to run. He's gonna break off south this way.
Oh, that's going to be an attack opportunity if memory can.
Yep,
Same
I
from
imagine. Okay, go for it.
Unless I get flanking before he left.
Yeah, I suppose you would. Sure.
Okay, 14. Oh, God
both of those
damn.
will hit. Yes.
Oh no, he takes Booming Blade before any of that happens.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, correct. Yeah.
9 points.
And then
This guy
6
is
slashing
so
from the
dead.
car. And then whatever
Now
crit
what?
damage memory does.
18.
Oh shit.
He turns to try and flee and is pulled.
You cut off.
Oh, he's
No.
very dead. Was the summary?
I
Pulverized
think he
was the
wasn't
word I
cut
used.
off. I think he was just pulp.
Yeah. Yeah. That's correct.
Memory is going to pull down her bandana briefly, sort of kick him to the ground, place a hand on his neck, and breathe in. There's this sort of howling on the wind as she quite literally pulls his soul from him, and with the Hexblade's curse, going to reanimate a specter as he sort of black essence pulled him, briefly following around as in her shadow, just 2 glowing eyes in a mass of dark.
Yeah, it's not fucking creepy or anything.
Aren't you glad I just used a tentacle now, Erica?
Aren't you glad I did?
No, honestly, I would take the freaky smoke thing over the tentacle.
The tentacle moves over to Erikar and wiggles in front of his face again.
Don't you fucking do it.
I'm gonna say
I'll let the fire go and things start to die out, and I'll come out from the darkness and be like, "Wow."
Oh, so it's dark here again.
No, it's still burning. Okay, Zakar, now you can put the fire out.
Well, now if I put the fire out, then I'll be without spells, and we still have a beach to raid.
Well, maybe you should have thought about that before you put out the fire before we fucking killed everybody.
Is there any? Is there any water around the camp, like buckets or anything? Is there
No.
still some left over from the 40 gallons that I dumped on top of that fire?
I mean, the ground is wet up there. These individuals had maybe a couple canteens, but that is all.
Oh, do you need water? Do you want me to put this out real quick? I can put this out.
Please do before the avia of this land come and kill us.
Okay.
Those are Eric Cochran, not AVR.
I am going to make use of my alchemy jug, and I am going to spray 12 gallons of water over all of this to douse the flames.
And the flames go out. A bit more smoke comes up. It is dark, but first light is just starting to arrive. The sky is no longer a black void with stars, but the slightest bit of light has started to grow on the horizon.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Vincent, you're so cool.
What makes you say that?
You caught a bullet.
Yes, I did.
Yeah, that. Wow. I think that's mathematically impossible, but I'm not very good at like the math part of Thanks.
Even you can do that with enough training.
So motivational. Okay.
Just facts.
Do we go meet the birds, or do the birds come meet us? Are they waiting
Does
for?
Ericard see where the birds are with Averin up there?
Yeah, if you scout around for them a while, they're down in the jungles near the beach. They seem to be kind of gathering in a location. There's maybe a dozen, 15 of them.
They're already starting to gather by the beach.
Oh, yes, we can storm the beach.
Then I suppose we should be getting underway.
Okay.
And away they go.
Let's say before they do, Dakar kind of like pops a hand on top of Bright Eyes' head. You should have seen him throw back a cannonball.
He did that?
Ericard's going to stab the eyes out of all the colonnade that got killed.
He definitely did.
Signature move.
Yep, like he's just going to like skewer them on his rapier like a shish kebab.
Hmm.
Dakar's over here hyping up Vincent for Bright Eyes.
Vincent doesn't say anything. Because it's probably true, actually.
There is no way you can hype up Vincent. That is a lie. It's all just things Vincent has done.
Vincent's actually level 15. He's just kind of chill about it. All right, are you all headed back onto the trail then?
Yeah.
To the beach.
To the beach. You begin your walk down that way, kind of still following game trails, but here they're a little more packed down. It seems the colonnade has been using this it's been 5 or so days, 6 days since the initial landing here on the island. And about halfway back down to the beach, once again, a single solitary individual stands in the path in front of you.
Is it
What
our
do they
bird
look
friend?
like?
Light creeps up just enough to make out the figure of an elf, and with your increased ability to see in the dark, Dakar, you recognize it from the distance as someone you know. It is Tin Decker.
Dakar's gonna stop and put his hand out, and he's going to sign language to Ayla that it's Tin.
Can Ericard see Tin with Averin?
Yeah.
Oh, his gun's out.
Oh, okay. It's one of the bad people. Got it.
Nix?
Is there anybody else with Tin?
You scout around the area, and no, you don't immediately see anyone. It's not to say there's no one hiding or no one coming, but it doesn't seem like he has any company with him.
And Tin is the one who was supposed to give us the all clear, right?
He was, yeah. He was pulled out of retirement by King Maine and sent off to go with a small team as a forerunner to engraft himself into the crew of the Lady Cypress to have some insiders on the job. And he was intended to give Lima the all clear to send the King's Pride on the way, and it, according to Lima, never came.
As soon as Dakar let her know who it was, she would not run, but quickly approach him and draw her blade and look them in the eye and sorry, I was reading. Look them in the eye and ask, you, what are you doing here? Where were you? Where have you been? Why did you do this to us?
You approach this man, an elf. He's always been, but even despite his age in the way of elves, he's frustratingly handsome. But he's unusually worn down. He's haggard and dirty. You've known him as a man who keeps himself clean, and he is not at the moment. But it is indeed Tin Decker. He was once your bosun aboard the Pride. He was once your friend. Erikar, you have known this man for nearly 15 years, and Ayla and Vincent and Dakar, you've known him for as long as you've sailed on the King's Pride. But he has this look in his eyes. He seems maybe disappointed, maybe just upset to see you here. He's not a man prone to frustration as far as you've known him, but he stands here looking frustrated, and he has a pistol and a scimitar, but as you approach, he throws both to the side onto the ground. Ayla, there's nothing I did to you. I guarantee you that.
Right, it's what you didn't do. Do you know what you cost us? Who you cost us?
Kingmain was never supposed to send you. I didn't betray you, Ayla. I understand how this looks, but Kingmain did. Over and over again, he has. And I am approaching you now, ahead of the colonnade. I've got a way to get all of you out of his pocket. I just ask you to hear me out. I imagine you don't want to. I understand how all of this looks with the Pride in the ocean out there, but
You cost me a leg.
I repeat, it was Kingmain. Why would he send the Pride out? I told him directly. I sent to him, told him not to come to the Lady Cyprus, to abort and to wait for me to return to Cape Salato, but he sends the Pride anyways. You understand that man will do whatever he needs to keep his inner circle loyal. He's been using us since the beginning. It's what he does. He kind of looks out at this party that's gathered around him, seeing some unfamiliar faces. You new folks. You're here, so I'm assuming he's already found a way to use you as well.
Can I do an insight check on this fucking...
I was gonna say
man?
the same thing.
Sure. Why don't you both give me an insight check?
11 for Erikar.
17 for Vincent.
Again, he seems frustrated. He seems nervous, but he seems sincere at the same time. You've never known him to be much for lying.
He promised me a whole lot of gold.
And what do you stand to gain for abandoning Kingmain for us? What do you gain from this, aside from what? Working with the colonnade? Have you forgotten everything that they've done to us?
Ayla, just to live a normal life again, even for a little while. Listen, I was a wanted man back when I lived in the colonnade. Well back before Kingmain and I ever took to sea. Well, I killed a child. And it was an accident, but I was dismissed, of course, from Remington's navy all the same, sentenced to life, and then Kingmain broke me free. I've been indebted to him. I regretted the instance, of course, but setting out on this voyage, I learned that the crime was in all likelihood a setup from Kingmain to begin with. He wanted to leave me with no other option but to join him or spend my life in a Cullinod cell. And Lima. Kingmain got Lima addicted to the fire moss to begin with, to quench her own aspirations. He looks to you, Vincent. Dakar, feel free.
I'll let him talk to Vincent first.
Vincent, I have long since pondered why he let you leave. But I figured it out. Tide and Trade is primed to be a backup money laundering operation for him should anything go wrong with Ashen Industries. The business you have built is, in its wholeness, his plan B. And Erikar. I should have told you much sooner, but there were letters. Started coming nearly a decade ago. Letters intended for you from a brother of yours, from what I understand, but Kingmain made sure they never got it to you. Because he feared you'd leave for Yavakir if they did.
Erikar's going to step forward and try and punch him right in the mouth.
Yeah, make an attack roll.
CB D20 plus 1. 3. He's really bad at this.
The emotions got the better of him.
I think you're a little shaken. Whether or not you really meant to harm him in the first place, your anger is just thrown towards him. But the punch falls short as he kind of steps back and looks a little exasperated. Why do you think you leave his crew and suddenly all those letters find you, Erikar? You turn to booze.
Because I reached out to them.
How do you know all of this?
Well, I've known a lot, being his right-hand man. Things I've kept secret. But the Colonnade pulled records of the account. The crime I was initially in for, that was part of Kingmain's plan, that I would turn myself in for it to the Lady Cypress, and their only option would be to keep me as a prisoner until I could go get tried in the Colonnade.
And what's
They
to
get
say
records.
that it's not the Colonnade that forged these records themselves to trick you, to turn you on Kingmain, to turn you on us, on the rest of the crew?
Not on you. Look,
What happened was Ella and Shimi almost died. Because
I
you
apologize
were
for not
supposed to
sending
give
directly.
word. At this point, Dakar has his cutlass out and is pointing it at Tin.
Vincent is gonna put his hand on Dakar's wrist, not in a gripping fashion, but more of a gentle though firm touch.
He spouts words, Vincent, but he does not give proof. He has words, but nothing else.
I agree.
He turns to trust the Colonnade at the first sign of a crime he committed to be forgiven. A crime we never cared about.
I understand.
Tid, if
And
he was
I
really
agree.
taking my letters, what's my brother's name?
Frost, I do not remember, but Tin does know. What is your brother's name?
Erikar's brother's name is Ferris.
Ferris, I believe. It's been several years since I saw the letters, but...
Now, I'm not convinced of either. But
Erikar is
I
going
am
to
assuming you have something of significance to back this up.
Which
Erica's going
claim?
to take a letter out of his coat pocket and hand it to Vincent.
Vincent, takes the letter and looks at it a little curiously.
This is a rough first draft that Erica ended up drafting, but did not end up sending. Actually, no, hold on. This is from. This is a letter. It talks about. It is someone writing to their brother, which is Erica is named by name in the beginning of the letter, and it talks about somebody who has had their first child with their wife, and hoped that Erikar could come so he could tell him his firstborn son's name in person, and to invite him home, despite their sister's dislike. And at the bottom, it is signed off from a Ferris Boldhorn.
I don't understand.
And
When was this supposed to be received?
My nephew's old enough to have family of his own now. My brother died 15 years ago. Which I only found out this past year.
I'm confused.
Have I told any of you any of my family's names? Any single one of you? Erikar would not have said any of his family's name, just referred to
This is the
them
first time.
as brother or sister.
Kingmane's little kingdom of Cape Salato is built on lies. It's built on pulling strings. He likes to keep them unseen. What's your plan? Go to the beach and slaughter the rest of the colonnade and what? Return to him with exactly what he wants?
As it stands currently, our options are to return to him or be left with nothing.
Oh, I'm gonna go back to him. Then I'm gonna fucking shoot him.
Well, I won't discourage you, but I've approached you to lend an offer. If you want to live outside of his clutches, there's a colonnade ship sailing to Cape Salato as we speak. It'll be there any day. It's not the whole fleet, nothing to raise alarm, but Admiral Du Hollard is going as an envoy to offer a pardon to the pirates. I've taken it already. That's why I'm here and alive. Crimes are forgiven. The colonnade promises work and pay and food and beer, rebuilding cities in South Colonnade.
And so they offer us a life of meekness, of boredom. They offer us a life, a way to do what? To fish.
To live, Dakar! Aren't you tired of facing death every day?
Tin, how long have we sailed together? You know nothing about me. And he holds up his arm where he has the flag of the King's Pride tattooed. My life was nothing before King Maine fished me from the sea. And now you are all sitting here saying that we're going to turn on King Maine.
Ayla, listen, you can go home. The town we found you in is Colonnade territory now. You can go right back. King Maine scooped you up by force. Did any of you join willingly? Besides Savior, you maybe, Erikar. But you can go back, Ayla. Debt's cleared. Back to your business, no questions asked.
That wasn't a way to live. This might not be either, but I have freedom here.
It's smart, isn't it? Offer all those people the opportunity to go back to their lives, dismantling almost an entire system with the promise of a future that they can no longer have or thought so.
I think you'll find most pirates that King Maine has there on Cape Salado never wanted to live a life of piracy. Very few chose it as a path, but pulled into it one way or another.
Then who's left to challenge the Colonnade? Who's going to stop them from taking over everything?
Why
You
so
think King
ready
Main's
to
gonna
leave them?
do that?
No, not necessarily. Not on his own. But I can't just stand
Well-
here and do nothing.
Well, I don't see why it's our problem.
It's no problem either
You've
way.
been robbing and murdering for years, and now you're thinking it's your duty to save the world from Remington.
Hardly. But my options, as I see it, are to fight against Remington and everything he stands for, and everyone he's hurt. Or fight for everyone he's hurt. Fight for my own freedom. Fight for the ability to live the life that I want and not be under his thumb. Or turn tail, hide. Because as soon as I go back, it's all going to go to shit. I will have nothing. Except maybe a friend that I haven't seen in, a decade at this point? They have all moved on. I will have nothing. This is my everything. These are my everything. These people here are my everything right now. Even if I've only known a few of them for a short while, they're fighting with me.
It's lost either way, Ayla.
And I would rather go down fighting.
Well,
I would not trust a Colonnade deal anyway. Look what they did to Erica the last time they got their hands on him. What's to say they don't do the same when they lure the rest back? With promises of an easy life as farmers and fishers and whatever the hell else people want.
they follow their own laws, Nicor.
Their laws are whatever they choose. Here on the sea, we are free. We have always been free on the sea.
Well, it's over either way.
Perhaps
Admiral Duhallard goes back, offers the pardon. Vincent's already figured the bottom line of it. It's to scramble what's left of Cape Salado. And if it doesn't work, Remington's going to lose his patience. He'll raise Cape Salado to the ground. It's just a matter of time. They wrap up the war in Yavakir, and you better believe they'll be coming for Cape Salado next.
Why don't we take the gold and take it to Yavakir?
We could take it for ourselves.
The gold.
The pieces. Whatever you want to fucking call it.
3 million on that ship in the harbor.
Is that what he told you?
What's down
Yes,
there?
those were his exact words. Why?
Is that not what you reported was on the ship to him?
That ship, when it left, Thul, yes, until it stopped in Golstad, and the 3 million pieces were spent on black powder. What was on that ship and is now on the beach is bombs and black powder, intended to end the war in Yavakir.
Then it seems our friend Bread Ties might have some fun on the beach.
Can I do another insight check on that?
Yeah.
$13.
It's kind of hard to believe that you're just hearing it now for the first time. Tin did seem confused when you first said gold.
Bright Eyes, who's been very uncharacteristically quiet, is going to gently tug on one of Ayla's sleeves.
She would turn to him. Yes, Bright Eyes.
There's always room for another pirate lady. It doesn't have to be Kingbane.
He's right. We're not stuck between two choices. But at the same time, I am concerned if it's true that there's nothing on that ship except ordnance. Why does he want it? Unless to use it to threaten. He could wage his own war.
Either way, can we believe anything that Tin be saying now?
I mean, he's never really been one to lie. Out of all the pirates that we know, he's not been one that has been...
I don't know. He kept letters from me for 15 years.
For Kingmane's sake, not yours, not mine.
A lie's a lie.
I, for one, at least need to hear words from Kingbane. I at least owe him that much. He has given me the life.
Kingmane's always ever spewed shit from his mouth.
And who else would have fished me from the sea and allowed me to sail with them?
You think Kingmane did any of the work fishing you from the sea?
He could have easily left me. Told you to not even bother, that I was a floating corpse.
Or he has to stop to pick you up because now you're going to be grateful to us and now you're not going to want to leave. You get free labor.
But I did leave. I left Cape Solado. I sailed on many other ships.
After the Pride retired.
Yes.
He was done with his current venture.
So, how
I
much...
vote we go down there and kill all the Colonnade. Take the 3 million in ordnance to Yavakir. Fuck both sides over.
How much would this much explosives help the war against the Colonnade?
Well, I imagine that was Kingmane's plan for it. He wants to lay siege to Pompeii, the capital, directly. His thinking, or so he's put it, is that a big enough blow is dealt to the Colonnade and the other cowardly nations will finally join in the fight. I think it's wishful.
That sounds very piratey.
Who better to lead the charge?
Than a fucking coward who hides in a fucking island.
That's not the point.
But what about Laszlo and Shimi?
Ends to mean.
Did we not call them friends, even family, for all the years?
They're in
we
the
spent
same
together?
boat as us.
We did. I'm starting to have doubts that Kingmane even saw anyone that way.
I raised Laszlo like a son for years. I hope he takes the part, and I hope he can leave King. If you do go back to Cape Salado, that's the reason for it. For those that remain,
Demetol. The car's gonna dismiss his cutlass. He's gonna just turn around. He's gonna walk off the path. He's gonna start just walk into the forest a bit.
can you make a perception check?
Oh no.
Okay, yeah, you're clouded by your frustration.
Yeah.
As you depart, Ayla, suddenly in your mind, you hear a voice that you immediately recognize as Laszlo's. And he says, Kingmane says to kill him. Kill him, take what the colonnade has, and make sure that Duhallard's ship never lands in Cape Salado if possible. And you can send 25 words back if you wish to.
Yeah, I'm gonna wish to. Given that it's 10 o'clock, can I take a little bit of time and come up with 25 words to send at the beginning of the next session?
Oof.
Absolutely. I think that is a fantastic place to put a pin in it.
Oh my goodness.
Also,
What
can you do me a
I
favor and
knew
send
that
that as a
line was a
message to
bitch.
me?
Yes, I can.
Captain Hammond.
I knew that line was a bitch. I've said it
We've
from
reached
the
the
very start.
intrigue.
I said it since the beginning. Kingmane, a bitch.
Yeah, I didn't trust him whenever he sent me out. I almost died, and he was immediately like, all right, come on, buddy, let's get back out there. It's like, it's a little weird.
Erikar told Shimi it was a trap as soon as Shimi fucking told him that it was the King's Pride versus a man of war.
He needed those bombs. What can I say?
Well, now he's gonna need to get these bullets out of his fucking head because I'm gonna shoot him.
And
Yes.
then on the flip side,
Ayla for Pirate Lord. Ayla for Pirate Lord.
Oh, God.
she is now the admiral of a pirate fleet.
I have been accidentally promoted again.
Yes.
You're the one with the gunpowder.
On the other side, all that gunpowder could be a very quick end to this battle on the beach.
It depends on if we are all about to die.
3 million gold worth of black powder.
I say we take it and then just become free pirates.
Let's just take it and give it to Yavakir so that they can shove it up Colonnad's ass.
Or sell it to them, and then they can do that and we can get away.
We need, logically speaking, not in character, we need the infrastructure to fight back. We need ports that like us, that will supply us. We need allies that will give us information.
Hammond, can you throw up the world map again?
See, we're already thinking about the campaign.
I'm just gonna say that Vincent does have quite a few connections, as he is the proprietor of Trade and Tide.
Which would be a great alternative to Ashen Industries when things go south.
Yeah. I mean, there's
Yes.
also all of the islands in the southwest. They formed a bit of a what's confederacy.
Yeah, this is a dated map. I don't have the file for the newest map anymore, apart from the lore document itself.
How
But yeah.
dare you?
You also might notice all of the seas are named after 5e gods, because when this world was first created, I just stole 15 gods from 5e. Canonically, Kirden has one acknowledged god. Yeah.
That's me.
And that is, was it Madre?
I wanted to put my theme song on again, but the music bot broke. At least it lasted the night, I suppose.
Shall I close off the recording here?
Yes,
Onomatopoeia.
Thank you.